chicken stock. Chicken stock.
Okay.
So you had some leftover chicken, you threw it.
I've been saving carcasses.
Yeah, you use the whole carcass.
I've been
and put it
saving
in a crock
carcasses.
pot.
I got like 2 in there right now.
For like 3 years?
No. I've got
Outside.
a few in there from about March. Keep them frozen. Oh my God, it's so good.
Dude, my father-in-law has been literally making a soup with everything in our refrigerator and everything we have.
Yeah.
Like since he got here.
Yeah.
Like he just has a secret soup under his bed.
On his bed.
And anytime that he's like, leave the corn husks. I am making soup. And I'm like, corn husks?
Give me a hell of a soup.
Dude's got a broth for
You know
everything.
the big like kettles they would have in like
Ransom Garage, first in.
like video like cartoons of the witch would be stirring.
Yeah. That's what he's got. Yeah. He probably cut out a hole in the floor. It's in the ground.
I've got a bunch of carrots in there.
Oh, I love carrots.
Whole onion. I've got a few carcasses in there.
Oh, just saying
a bunch of garlic.
Hot dog skins?
No hot dog skins. I have 2 cheese rinds.
Cheese rinds? What
the rinds?
What's a cheese rind?
No, they get cheese like off of a wheel.
Yeah.
The outside, the rind.
Oh, okay.
It is incredibly rich.
Right.
And there's a lot of
Right.
flavor in it.
$2,000.
Boys,
Does that
that is a Camaro and a Bronco chassis for $2,000.
that it is.
If we don't,
It
why
runs
am I
and drives.
What the fuck is Xbox Social?
Xbox.
We
Social.
playing tonight. Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
I just got Xbox Social on my. I don't know what my.
I think that's Xbox's, like, I think it's their social media.
No. It was like something that popped up on my screen, but it's gone now. We should buy that.
In on Tony Hawk too, by the way.
Is that run in?
Yeah, it says running and driving.
Automatic?
Definitely.
How close is it?
It's in Whitman, Mass.
Okay, right.
It's pretty close.
I know you won't take this. I know you don't want any low ballers, but I'll give you $500 for it.
Yeah. The bank is closed, but I can probably take out enough cash to cover my pocket.
Ask him how low he's willing to go. Cash in hand today.
Yeah, let's do this live, actually.
He put chicken wire over the front headlights and painted it orange.
All right, perfect.
Sounds good.
Well, let's do this live. Let's DM him.
Does this have a title?
It doesn't say.
I'm not going to say live that we don't need one because I have a guy that registered anyway.
75,000 miles. Oh, wait. Is it always referred to as driven versus actual mileage?
Yeah.
Because, like, I can say, I've only driven this thing 10,000 miles and put it up for sale. Meanwhile,
yeah, that's what it always says.
It has
on
160.
Yeah.
Three times over.
Wait. Can you try to get him cheaper?
Yeah, but let's work on this while we're doing it.
I'd be in for a G. Not personally.
Richer than my blood.
But I'd be good for $333 of that G.
Okay. I'll take you up on that.
So you want me to hit him with 500?
No.
You gotta hit him with like $250.
Yeah.
No, ask him about something that it doesn't say. If for those who are just joining, we are trying to buy what looks to be a fire chicken on a Blazer chassis.
With
some like 42-inch wheels on it.
It's $2,000.
Does it specify what motor?
No, that's what I was about to ask.
Yeah. So hit him with, hey, what motor's in that thing? And just to rope him in.
Yeah.
Yeah, give him a little taste of the teat.
Where do you say it was in? Whitman, Mass?
Whitman? That's not too far.
Where's Whitman, Mass?
Probably 40 to 45 minutes from here.
Where?
Ask him if you can drive it over.
I don't know if we want someone like that knowing our address.
No, we'll meet
him at the oil tanks.
Yeah, we'll meet next door.
He's going to need gas anyway by the time
Did he get back to you?
Not yet.
All right. You got to keep us updated, dude.
What do you think we should...
He posted it 5 days ago.
Okay.
That means
it's probably sold, honestly.
No, he said that if the post is still up, it's still available.
Should we start...
Nobody's going to buy that thing for $2,000.
Lucky Larry Bird, 333 him. I'll give you $333 for that thing.
Yeah, and 33 cents.
Okay, so preemptively just write, obviously a piece of shit.
Yeah, let's not beat around the bush here. Yeah.
Can I see the pictures again? I wish we could show this picture. I mean, I could.
Just hold it.
The Charlie cam I got rid of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, young Ben, let me see that thing.
Yeah, you can stand up in front of that.
Yeah, I'm going to stand up to it.
1 sec.
Young Ben, go walk in front of the camera.
Yeah, you walk in front of the camera. This way we know what's in focus.
We're going to send young Ben to the camera to show the 3 people in the chat room what we're trying to buy.
Riveting. What do we got? We got Pete.
We got Ransom, we got Tony, and we got Double D.
Baloney? Tony? Baloney?
I think so.
Tonga.
Okay.
Shouts to Double D. Hope you're doing all right, buddy.
Shouts to Double B.
Double B.
Yeah, bring it a little closer. Can you get a side shot? Oh, young Ben, you got this. Look at that thing, boys.
I think we just found our new way to do it.
We're quite. Yeah, we won't
Young
use
Ben,
a switcher.
you're knocking it out of the park,
We
bro.
won't use a switcher. We'll just have him walk over there every time.
That was perfect. Oh, now we're totally
Corey,
out of focus.
Now we'll be able to.
Oh, Ben, yeah, if you had your intern, you could send the intern down there. What happened?
No, we're
you're
delayed.
watching it?
I'm actually watching the stream. Oh my god, it's even better than I thought. I mean, this could be the perfect vehicle for 2020.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
I mean, it has that big bull bar in the front. You
I'm
can
gonna mount a turret
just
to the
drive through
roof.
anything you want.
Yeah.
Tony's mullet is tingling. Double D just caught up. We're glad you're back with us, buddy. Diesel Dave, can I get a hell yeah, brother? Hell yeah, man. I can't wait. Dudes, that would be hilarious.
Dudes.
It's gotta have the 4-wheel drive, right?
No.
You
I
can't.
doubt it. Yeah,
you,
no, I
you
highly
can't
doubt
bet
it.
on that.
I highly.
I mean,
It's definitely
Well,
4-wheel drive.
drive
boys.
shafts.
But-
It'd be like a teepee.
Dude.
I mean, I don't see any drive shaft under.
That's why.
Oh, yeah, there's probably not
Sorry,
one at all.
it's a Camaro
Yeah.
on top of a what's chassis?
It doesn't even say.
Turns out it's a
literally
A
just-
truck.
What's that front wheel drive V8 Cadillac?
the North Star.
Turns out it's the North Star V8, so it's
Yeah.
a front wheel drive.
So bad.
The axles are just on a fucking.
Yeah.
Double D's also in on the internship. We'll get into how you're going to qualify for an internship. We got a pretty good idea.
By that, we have no idea.
No, it's a series of physical challenges, but I
Yes.
want to get into it during the podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna have some other stuff to talk about that because it is getting a little serious, I guess, in a way. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but
Oh, it's a Z28 too.
It's a Z28?
Yeah.
Z28.
Yeah, but it might just be the Camaro body on
Oh,
top
it's
of...
definitely just the Camaro body. There's
Yeah.
no chance to.
So it's going to
If
have
it's-
whatever...
well,
so if it has whatever
if
shit
it's
motors
a-
in it, it could still be all-wheel drive.
If it's a, it's
Blazer?
probably on a K5 Blazer frame.
Yeah,
So it's probably got the 351 in it. No, wait, that's the Ford. It's
I have no
350.
idea. I'm sorry.
351 is Ford.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say I
350.
don't.
I don't care.
I don't
Young
know
Ben
my.
just flexed some knowledge hard.
I was gonna
Could
say
have been wrong, but
I
it sounded
do not
right.
know my K series Blazers.
Well,
Yeah.
the K5 is the one that most people use to do the car on truck chassis builds.
I honestly
trying
It's
to
just
get
the
a-
easiest way to do it. That's why they're so expensive. Too.
Blazer and like bag it. Super low. Crooked
Correct.
license plate out back.
You gotta
Shout
fi-
out to
You gotta
Kendo.
have crooked license plate.
candy paint with the white on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old Blazers are so
Bit of
way
that
too
candy.
expensive.
Oh yeah, it's a thing now.
Yeah.
Just like everything's a thing.
Yeah.
All things.
Diesel Dave, it's a lifted Tornado chassis.
Do I want to? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go.
Dump one?
Tank.
Dump off the kids?
I'm gonna go think quick shit.
Yeah, it's going to be another 30 minutes,
yeah,
kids.
Yeah, give me a few minutes. No, I am gonna run and take a wee, and then we can get this
You want to take your mic with
show
you?
proper.
Yeah.
It's
that's the
wireless.
stuff.
Just a constant pour.
All right.
As for everyone who's in here and hasn't seen this show before, you probably didn't make it this far,
Yeah.
but we start the podcast eventually.
Shouts to Kanye taking a leak on his Grammy.
Big shout out to Kanye. Did he?
Yeah, he like posted a video of his Grammy like in the toilet and him pissed. Grammy. No, the trophy.
So he peed on it?
Yeah.
That's good. Hey, in some cultures,
And he
that's
did a little wet work.
that's a sign of liking.
So
like
Bring
R.
a
Kelly.
Trailer has ruined E36 prices. Look at this. Guess how much money he wants.
I don't know. I almost bought one for like $2,500 the other
I
day.
can tell you it's way too much.
It's not an M3. It's just an E36
Tell me
at
about it.
325. He wants $2,600.
Seems like a reasonable price.
Yeah,
Mi-
2,600 bucks.
Doesn't come
okay.
with the hood. Has front end damage.
What do you need the hood for?
Joke's on you. Never can use the hood anyway.
You gotta cool that bitch down. You didn't learn anything from the E36 that overheated on the mountain trip? Gotta cool it down.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
buddy.
because it had a V8 in it.
No, that's because Jingles pulled a fucking
Well, yeah, it jiggles also.
fuse out of it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Got a text message. Who is it?
What do we got here? Some fabric cleaner? I don't need that.
Oh, never mind. Corey, look at this.
Boost. Oh, that's a lot of bar. Oh, whoa. What is this thing?
It's going to be diesel something.
Yeah.
Young Ben, you'll appreciate this.
Seems right.
Yeah.
Fucking diesel trucks, man.
How much? Yeah. How much?
A
boost is
7.3 stock runs 40 pounds.
What run stock? 40 pounds?
The Ford 7.3.
Oh boy.
And the 6.0, I think it runs like 35. Yeah, they run like a compound turbo setup is usually making around 100 pounds of boost.
Damn, young man, you've been picking
100
up the
pounds
knowledge.
of boost?
Yeah.
What the fuck kind of
I'm still hungry, man. I had like 2 bags of pistachios.
It's a
on
diesel.
Twix.
starving.
It's a
Why
diesel.
am I so hungry?
It doesn't need, they can push as much boost as they want.
Can you go to Burrito Bowl down the street and grab a thing of nachos? Oh my God,
Yeah, I
nachos
mean,
right now?
I get that it's a diesel, but like 100 psi of pressure is a lot of pressure.
I know.
Yeah, but not
like,
when your compressor ratio is like 1-to-1.
Yeah.
I know somebody with a 12 valve that has a compound turbo setup, and it's a mild build, and it makes
Diesel
I think 100.
Diesel Dave, I think, is disagreeing with you, and he's got diesel in his name.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. If you think about how much like PSI that is, like if someone would take 100 PSI and like, oh yeah, hold your hand to this, like fucking let it rip.
Dude, you kidding me? That's what I fill my tires to.
Yeah.
100 PSI.
That's my P stream.
Yeah. Oh, I brought up the Kanye peeing on his Grammy for you.
Yeah. So he does it, huh?
Anybody like the Smashing Pumpkins reference I put in the video title?
That's much better than I thought, actually.
Yeah, you can see the little Yeezy Crocs in the bottom as well.
Yeah.
Wait, he has Yeezy Crocs?
Yeah, they're made out of the same material that Crocs are made out of, only they
Except they
look like Freddy Krueger's skin.
And way more expensive?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the horrific alien-looking ones. Yeah.
Merrill has a pair. I have Merrill's pair.
1,000 shots only.
1,000 shot of nitrous.
1,000
That's another
shot
thing.
nitrous.
Like,
Yeah, we could probably put 1,000 shot of that in that.
yeah. Did he answer?
Not yet.
Ask if it comes with nitrous.
Yeah. Hey, could we add nitrous? Just
Yeah.
ask something like that. Ask a stupid question so it throws him off so he doesn't think we know what we're talking about.
Can
Yeah.
we get a bottle with it?
Yeah.
Type it just like that.
No, does that bitch have a fridge in the trunk?
Yeah.
He'll get it.
I don't know if he's going to get that.
No, he'll get it. They're all
mean-
listeners. Yeah. I'm trying to stay cool. That bitch got a fridge in the trunk? And then he's like, what do you mean? He'd be like, nitrous, you bitch. What are you, some kind of bitch?
What do you mean? What do I mean? What do you mean?
Yeah, shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Oh my God, Frank Pepe's and their cannoli pie.
Oh, can we get a cannoli pie over here? Young Ben, can you go to
Jesus.
Pepe's?
Oh, we can maybe hit Pepe's.
Couldn't we go Pepe's? Daddy? Dude, sending young Ben to Pepe's would be probably less time than sending him to
I don't.
Providence.
Pepe's. We can Pepe's it up.
The thing about Pepe's is we could eat it while we're on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll go well.
Yeah, that'll sound wonderful.
What time's Pepe's open to, young Ben?
I don't know.
I know. Fucking check on your phone, man. That guy's not responding yet. If you knew off the top of your head what time Pepe's was open to, I'd be wildly
Yeah.
impressed.
Ben, did you choose a color this week?
Oh, not yet.
Jesus Christ. Oh, God.
Dude, every week.
No, just find Pepe's. Don't listen to these fucking guys.
he can
Do both at the same time.
I was going to say,
They close at 9. Pepe's
9.
in Warwick, right?
Yeah. No,
See
New
what-
Haven.
See what the New Haven one closed at. Just slip down there.
I've been to the Manchester
Oh,
one. It's quite nice.
It's 10 o'clock. Yeah, I'll go to that one.
okay, so they close at 9, young Ben. Color. What's your color? I purposely put it white so it'd fuck them all up.
Oh, yeah.
Can you sound clip Chuck saying daddy?
Yeah.
That is the best thing.
We're working on it.
Can you go,
I just put a marker there.
Oh, you
so
have
I
to
can
go back like
remember
5
what it
minutes.
is. Yeah. What color?
go blue?
Blue.
All right.
We'll ask you later. Can't ask him now. It's pre-show.
All right.
Do
I
we
thought
want to
we
go?
were just going.
Do we want to go to Pepe's or do we want shawarma?
I mean, we could stay in Pepe's for a rainy day, for a nice day, you know? A little
that's
trip
true.
out there.
That's true. Can we eat at Pepe's?
I don't know.
Hey, Ben, can we eat at the at shawarma?
I don't think
Yeah,
Queen Latifah lets you do that yet.
you can eat inside.
Is there? It
It says
The big
who? How do
table-
you know?
People eat inside it every Wednesday while I'm there.
Well, you're at Frank Pepe's?
Not
Everyone?
Pepe's,
No,
bro.
Chuck-
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you
shawarma.
said Pepe's.
Yeah, no, you can eat inside.
They have limits.
That's what I was wondering. If
I don't know. They only have like the booths and stuff open. They don't have the big tables.
Hey, call him up.
That's inconvenient. I
Yeah.
think it's still easier to send you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll ain't here.
Quite like the comfort of eating right
Yeah,
here.
it's pretty good. And then we can just go home.
Yeah.
Although Pepe's is way closer to mine. Not Pepe's. Fuck Pepe's. All right, let's go.
I think we're good then, right?
Yeah, I think we are ready.
I think that covers it. I think we're all set. Young Ben, you ready? Got those fingers fired up?
Fingers
Yeah.
rolling, baby.
Your phone charging? We ready to go?
E36 M3 Coupe. Whoa, $20,000 for an M3 Coupe.
Message him, ask if Josh can buy the wing on the back of that.
Yeah, can I have the
$20.
wing?
Yeah.
$20.
No, ask him if it's got an LS in it first, because you gotta confuse him with that opening question.
It's Techno Violet.
I know. Did anybody
Yeah.
get back to us about us buying that big body, that little body on the Blazer?
No.
All right, fuck it. Let's party.
Welcome, everybody. I am Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I am joined by Chuck Hu
Yo.
and Corey.si.
What? I can't hear you.
Can you a little louder in the back?
I want to be as loud as the music.
I don't even know where to go from
Yeah.
there. So before this episode gets rolling, did you know there's a whole week dedicated to the Z car called ZCon?
Zcon?
ZCon.
Is this like
Zcon sounds like something you get from a mosquito.
This is true.
Is that Ezekiel virus or something like that?
Triple Z.
No, Ezekiel's a bread.
Triple Z.
Yeah, triple Z.
There's a thing called ZCon. I
ZCon.
learned that yesterday.
Can you attend it in person?
You can.
Do you
yeah.
dress up like a Z?
They even had it this week. Matter of fact, it might even still be going on.
And
'Cause
where is this located?
I think it was in Tennessee.
Is it like a furry
Jesus
thing where you
Christ.
dress up like a Z?
No, but the funny thing is, all boomers.
All boomers?
The footage that I seen from the Z digital release yesterday, all
Yeah.
white shin level socks, New Balances, jean shorts.
Wow.
Are the Corvette people switching to?
That's my question. That's what I'm raising to you and everybody out there listening.
Well, it's hard to get a vet right now.
The
That should have been
Z-
deep thoughts.
Unless you have like 120
fucked up.
laying around.
There we go. It's a deep thought. It's a deep thought before we get things rolling. But look at it. Go ahead. All the Fairlady Z's in the U.S. Boomers.
Boomers. Okay,
Boomer
boomer.
car.
Yeah.
With that
Interesting.
said, this week our episode is brought to you by Revival Motoring. Visit our website, revivalmotoring.com, where you can pre-order issue number 6 of the magazine. It is currently out there right now. It will only be up for pre-order for another 7 days or 6 days when you listen to this. So go snag yourself a copy now, because it won't be there forever. Then visit our YouTube channel where you can like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. And then, of course, go back to the website if you feel free or if you feel obliged to,
Mm-hmm.
and buy some other merch. Leave us a 5-star review on iTunes.
Yeah, just send us some money.
Yeah.
Some of that too. A little
So,
bit of love, a little
Also,
bit of money.
Young Ben's in the room.
Young Ben is here.
Hello.
He's ready to
Rock your world.
just do something. He's ready
Yeah.
to do something.
Ready to be high energy.
God damn that thing.
So Ben, what color did we choose this week?
I went with blue.
Okay.
Is there a reason?
I couldn't come up with it.
Miss Lippy's car is
It's
blue.
blue.
Ben,
How do you not come up with why do you come up with a reason then pick a color? Why don't you say I like the combo bag which has a blue top?
yeah.
Or you're wearing a blue shirt under your sweatshirt.
Not a real play action type man, you know?
All right, Ben.
Not a
So
big play action guy.
next week we're gonna ask you, what color and what the reason is. So
Okay.
you've got 7 days.
You could just make it brown and say the table's brown.
Yeah.
Does it go brown?
The sky is blue.
Miss Lippy.
We may be able to get it to close to brown, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double D says he's waiting on Young Ben to hand deliver his magazine.
You can be waiting
Where
a long
does he live?
time.
New Hampshire.
The Shire.
Just gonna stay committed. That's all.
Mhm.
All right. So that's it. I think we can get rolling here. Episode number 114. This week we are gonna talk about.
Shakedown
We're
1989.
gonna raise the question that potentially automotively, I just made up a word, automotively and in general, is 1989 the best year ever?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the question we're going to ask.
Well-
And we're going to certainly try to answer it.
Told you I was born, so
There you go.
there it is.
It happens to be. So we're going to get into that. But before we do that, do we have any
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
call-y back-A's?
Double T just said we blindside young Ben every week with asking him to pick a color to the side.
We've been. I was going to say we've been blindsiding him
Just
since
getting
about.
I know he's not a new listener, but to a new listener, it may sound as if we are blindsiding him with this question
Yeah,
every week.
we've been blindsiding young Ben since about January with this
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a solid 6
Why
months.
don't you our accent lights?
Oh, I didn't hit the button.
Can we get the accent lights
We
on?
can get the button. Young Ben, you see that little remote up there on the side of the camera?
Yeah.
Grab that little remote. Do it. Use dainty fingers as if it's your first time, and grab it. And I mean, you need to get right up on these lights
Yeah.
and just give us like I don't know what goes with blue. Give us there you go. Give us another blue. That's fine. Go on this side too. Do the same.
Taylor
thing.
Swift was born in 1989. I've been informed.
This side's gonna be red.
Oh!
That would have been wonderful. It was.
Let me look at the picture.
Yeah, that's much better.
Oh, wow. It looks
Thank you, young
crazy in
Ben.
here.
Yeah.
We got to paint that door to match the wall.
Can you see the door?
Oh, yeah. You can definitely see the door.
See it? Yeah, we can paint that door. We
You
can do
just
something
paint
with
it
that
to
door.
match the wall. We'll have young Ben pick the color.
I was just going to put the rest of that foam on the door, actually. That was my my first
yeah, but
thought.
you can't see the foam on the other side.
Yes, we're going to dive into 1989. And with that said,
We're gonna party like it's 1989.
I already hit the callback button. Do we have any callbacks?
Oh, did you hit the callback button?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
That
a
was a
quick
great
one.
one.
So from Justin Smith on the old Instagrams, he happens to write and follows up with Rivian has some twisting of the snakes, if you will, with the head guy at Diesel Brothers, apparently. Potentially because Diesel Brothers, took it on the chin, if you will, and are in some trouble with the EPA. So it seems as if they're really backing, I don't know the guy's name, but backing Rivian. So
We talked about the
interesting.
Diesel Brothers, remember? About them having all sorts of like.
Yeah. Oh, no,
Terrible
there were
violations.
some major issues, right? And they got caught up in some stuff. So this almost seems like it's a ploy to,
Get it back.
do
Get back in bed with the EPA.
do good by the EPA.
Not this guy.
He also wrote, just when you think the Buick Cascada
Is
I think we
that the
talked about
convertible car? two-door thing?
Cascade.
Yeah. Was weird. Turns out it also has a second set of taillights inside the trunk when you open it.
Yeah, it has to.
Wait, what?
Go ahead and Google it. Because it's as weird as you think. Basically, the trunk pops. It has taillights.
Yeah,
It's got a clamshell trunk, right?
Yeah, so it's got taillights. You flip that open, and there's another set of mini taillights built in.
And these are for
So if you're driving with the trunk open and like put a 2x back there or a mattress,
okay.
you still got brake lights.
It's ready to go.
You can't have, if you notice, most cars' taillights don't go up with their trunks because it's not legal.
Okay.
Otherwise, you have to have a second set of taillights.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. I see that. Okay.
It's the same. It's interesting how I don't remember how Mini Cooper got around it for their first gen with the headlights. There's a big issue with headlights. You ever try to align the headlights on a first gen Mini Cooper?
Yeah, but the headlights were in the engine bay.
No, they go up with the hood.
No, there was holes.
Were there holes?
There was holes that the
Okay, so that makes sense why
Yeah.
it didn't go up. I
that
thought
they
went up
stayed
with
in the
hood on
engine
one of
bay.
those.
They were actually part. They were like molded part of like the wheel well, the fender liner.
Fucking Mini.
Yeah, because they would the fender. If you went to go remove your fender liner because you were going low or you broke it or whatever it is, and your fucking headlight would fucking flap in the breeze.
Because I think the Clubman doors swing open so you can still see the taillights.
There's a pocket around them.
Yeah.
This is a picture of the the taillights in the trunk taillights.
Can confirm.
it's
Buick quality, so the whole back seat turns red when you stop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
exactly.
confirm.
You open it and the reverse lights just come on.
Well, boys, I know we talked about Dent Patrol a couple times.
Yes.
Shout out to them for sponsoring us the last couple podcasts. Maybe we'll get you another one. However, I'm sponsoring Dent Patrol because they're coming down to my house Monday, and I got a whole garage full of shit to undent. So, yeah, that's happening. If you're trying to get your car undented, bring it by my house and leave it there on Monday.
I might drop off my mom's car.
There you go. And Dent Patrol will take care of it for you.
What'd you do to it?
I didn't do anything, but before.
But I backed into it.
No. So the
But
week
somebody else did.
after she got it from the dealership,
Yep.
she was at school, went in, it was fine, came out, and there's a dent about 1.5 inches deep and about 3 inches tall. That
Oh,
looks like someone took their door and threw it as hard as they could into her car.
Well, that's rude.
If you're trying to take care of it, Monday's the day. If you're up in Rhode Island, I'm sure his afternoon might still be free. So try to book your man out.
Good reason to get in touch with him.
Absolutely.
That was it for my quick callback.
We had a donut meet.
Oh, Jesus. Yes, we did.
It was
Which went really well.
fantastic.
Why does it seem like it's so long ago?
It does, man. Thanks to everybody who came out. We had a great, I think, socially responsible meet.
Yeah.
I think it's just awesome to see everyone come together. Everyone's excited to do it because they're getting out of the house. They can
Way
come do
more-
something in the sunshine.
Day was perfect. Way more people than I expected showed up, as with a lot of these things. Some cool ass cars showed up. Corey got to drive something cool. I finally get to drive an F-Series M3, which is just new cars have their, I like old stuff, right? But new cars have their thing. It's just new. Everything's like
It's new.
it's
It's
just
fast.
fast,
That one's modded.
and that one's just, it's like, holy shit, this is this is a troublemaker,
Yeah.
essentially.
She's a
It's
troublemaker.
definitely a
great
troublemaker.
spec on that car.
I just, oh my God. So it was a white
on red 4-door.
white on red 4-door. And just, I know he's got charged
Sean's car,
pipes.
right?
Sean, yeah. He's got
So
charged
good.
pipes, a tune. I don't know what it is for exhaust or whatever, but I mean, the thing just scoots, and it the big takeaway for me was it just makes me realize how much the Supra is. That car and the Supra felt very similar.
Yeah. Wish they put that engine in the Supra though.
I know, yeah, which is a good thing, I guess, and that's probably why I like both of them. But yeah, those things boogie, they're cool.
Yeah, Corey get the drive. Are you going to talk about that later?
Yeah, no. I'm talking about it
Got to
now.
drive
I was
the
going to tie it into
GT4?
the. Yeah, so it was a 2020 Cayman GT4 that a listener brought, and I was checking it out, and he was like, "Oh yeah, just here's the key. Like, open it up, like sit inside." So I was sitting inside. I'm like,
Know what I'd like to do?
no. I was like, this is actually really comfortable.
Yeah,
The deep bucket seats, like,
more comfortable than the Supra.
very similar.
Okay.
Very similar in room and very similar in just kind of comfort level of the seats. I know like one seat is in the Supra it's kind of like standard like sporty seat. This was like an actual like bucket like carbon seat.
Yeah.
But super comfortable. You would expect them to be a little more rigid, a little more like kind of harsh, but it's definitely geared more towards like the common user.
Right.
But I mean everything inside made sense, and I say this all the time and time again. The way I label it is like Porsche has a jig of a person sitting in their driving seat looking over the steering wheel at the gauges. And like that jig can't change.
Yep.
It can't change from like 1950 something or 1960 something till 2020. It's the same. Because I mean, I've sat in Noah's Long Hood, same view. I've driven Chris's 964, same view. I've sat in cars at Sloan, same view. Nothing changes. Obviously the screens and everything change, or the tacks and everything change, but that view doesn't change.
Yeah.
Steering wheel size was nice, and then anyway, so he was like, "Yeah, take it for a ride. Take it for a ride." I was like, well, "Obviously, I'm not going to say no to that.
Yeah.
I shall oblige.
I shall oblige." So we fired it up. We opened up the exhaust. He explained the auto blip thing to
Which
me.
is fascinating.
Flip
I've not
City.
driven a car.
It was weird because he kept saying, he's like, "Yeah, so when you're in second and you're down to like 30, 35, whatever, he says jam it in first." I'm like, probably not going to do that.
I think second to first what she's made for.
Yeah, probably not going to do that. He's like, no, I swear.
Listen, sir, I appreciate.
Yeah.
I appreciate you letting
I'm
me
not
take
trying to
this.
buy a
don't-
new transmission.
I
dog.
rode my bicycle here.
Which is true.
Yeah.
You did. You
Yeah.
physically did.
I rode my bicycle here, and now you're letting me drive your vehicle. I don't have to then walk back.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I gave it a shot, and as soon as you even think about putting your hand on the shifter to take it out of gear, it's woo, it auto corrects immediately. It's so fast.
Is it because of when you engage the clutch?
No, it's when it happens when you hit when you touch the shifter.
Does it work if you don't use the clutch?
What do you mean? So if I went to just go take it out of gear, like throw it into neutral, didn't try that. Oh no.
To go go third, second without a clutch.
No, I didn't try that. I mean,
you can do it by blipping it yourself.
yeah, like I was like, I'm gonna give it a shot once just to see what it's like.
Yeah.
But anyway, drove the car phenomenally fast,
Yeah.
and it makes 400 and something horsepower feel
414.
feel so usable and I'm trying to think of the best way. The induction noise. We talk about it all the time. The M3, the M5, or E30 M3, E28 M5 is the induction noise is what gets you. It's intoxicating.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the induction noise, it was all induction noise.
Oh, it's so good.
It's like that growl, that deep like growl of like just sucking in as much possible ear as it can around you.
Yep.
Oh, bringing it up to like 72, 75. I know he said to go to 8 again. Not from me. It's not my vehicle.
But I know it's there.
You know, just taking it for a few 5-minute, ride there and back. I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was super cool. It would be cool to spend more time with one, to kind of really kind of get some usability.
Yeah.
But the view out of it is great. The seating position is fantastic. It makes you feel super comfortable. It doesn't give you a weird feeling that like I'm driving something like really elaborate or really expensive or really, because it is. It's a super high tech. It is a high end vehicle, but it doesn't give off that feeling.
Feels
It gives
accessible,
off the
fun
feeling.
to drive.
Yeah, it's something you can get into like.
It's comfortable.
Yeah, like not in a bad way, but I compare it to almost getting in something like the Super that is half the price. Whereas like,
Right. I get right.
listen, price aside, if you were saying, hey, you take one or the other, I mean, it's a GT4. I mean,
Right.
that car was amazing,
Yeah,
and I
not
drove
a
it.
Supra.
And I drove it for 5 minutes, but like it just, you felt comfortable in it. You felt at home in it. You felt like, oh, I can drive this all the time. And I'm looking around. I'm like, shit, there's plenty of room for passengers. There's plenty of room with their feet for stuff. The little frunky poo thing, you jam a few bags in there. I mean,
Yep.
this is
Should
a
chuck
weekend
Big
car.
Ian in there, see if there's actually room for a passenger.
Yeah, I don't know. He might have sat on the seat, not in the seat. But
He's my test.
yeah, it was awesome. It was super cool.
It's interesting because there's so many bad reviews for those cars.
Which is amazing.
No, I'm just kidding. There's no bad
There's
reviews.
no-
I was
I
gonna
was
say,
Everyone
yeah.
says they're just like phenomenal, best car ever type
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
what I wanted to bring up. So immediately I'm like, okay, let's see what other people have to say. Let's see if my like 5 minutes of driving, the few senses it tingled, if that aligns with anything anyone else has driven. Because I mean, I know how to drive, right?
Yeah.
But like, I'm not like a driver, right?
Yep. Right.
I know how to have fun, but I mean, again, I only drove it 5 minutes down the road, and then everything I read, I was like, holy shit! Like I noticed that, like kind of like the turning, because I was kind of just like weaving back and forth in the lane, like.
Yeah.
It's
Warming up the tires.
no, it's not twitchy. It's almost like it's ultra responsive.
Yeah, it just has great turning.
Just
ultra responsive. It's like almost predictive.
This has got a hot boy alignment for sure.
Yeah. Like predictive text.
Mm-hmm.
What's gotten better over the years. This is like peak predictive text.
Depends how weird you speak.
Yeah.
It always messes me up.
Yeah, it depends on kind of weird stuff. I gotta say, but it was cool. It was awesome.
It's awesome.
I guess there's something happened where someone ordered it and backed out, and he was gotten the chance to buy it, so he jumped on it right away.
Yeah.
Because it's just every single person who's ever driven one was like, this is the ultimate driving car.
That's it. Right.
This is it.
That's
this is
awesome.
it. It was super cool.
And it was in red.
Over time, I've never been a red guy, but Guard's red, Jesus. Guard's
Yeah.
red
Good
on
car.
black is just, Ben.
Can't get much better, right?
I mean, Ben's car. Ben's
Yep.
Guard's red on black is just stunning.
Yep.
That car, Guard's red on black, absolutely amazing.
And that's how you talk about a color, young Ben.
Yeah.
Also, big shout to Calvin's mom for making us pepperoni donuts
Yeah.
again.
Amazing.
They were absolutely fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I was suggesting them to everybody, and then I realized I shouldn't have because there are no pepperoni donuts left for me.
Yeah. I got one. I was able to get one in there.
Yeah, one's good. Those babies are heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy duty.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that came out.
Yeah, it was great
That was
to
a
see
blast.
everybody.
It's good
Because
to see
everyone who
everybody.
brings donuts, it's awesome because somehow this is like the third one we've done where it's a BYOD and we don't bring any D.
No, we provide the parking lot.
I brought my wife mentioned it and guilted me. I'm like, yeah, all right. I should bring donuts.
Yeah.
to-
So it's awesome
to
that people bring
donut
them.
meet.
It's awesome people bring them from different places.
Yeah.
Andrew
yeah,
Andrew
yeah.
brought some cider donuts from a local farm to him. Kelvin brought his mom's homemade donuts.
Yep.
I know Kinder sometimes will bring stuff.
A lot of people brought donuts, man. Thank
Yeah,
you, everybody
it's
that did that. Interesting. I was speaking with my lawyer about something unrelated to my driving escapades the other day, eating lunch with him, and was it an interesting thing I was talking about? No, it's just random business shit. And then I was like, hey, man, I did the thing on the podcast about, the Italians and stuff. You ever heard anything else from them? It's like, oh, yeah, they send me letters all the time. I tell them to go to hell. It's like I tell them to go to hell or come to Rhode Island, try to fight me in the court I'm in every day. And I was like, well, that's good. I'll tell everybody. So, yeah.
It's good to know it's ongoing.
Because he cast some spell with that first letter he sent that said they have to contact him.
Right.
Yeah.
He loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He loves it. So he just keeps telling them to go to hell.
For some people, it's
That
the,
Italian postage.
it's the thrill of the hunt. That's
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
is.
He's like, yeah, it'll never hit your credit report. Literally nothing can happen to you unless they want to come here. And I'll beat them out in court so quick here. Because
Right.
in the States, you have to prove who was speeding to get him a ticket.
Yeah.
you try to take it to court here, it immediately gets thrown out of court. So know that even if your lawyer's doing it, they'll just keep sending them letters.
You hear that, Italian listeners?
Because they're trying to.
Do we have any Italian listeners?
I hope not. Just for their sake,
Well,
not for us.
If so, they've gone to Ribaderce now.
Well, no, I think in Italy it's a little different.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just try to harass you until you pay, and he's
Right,
just,
and
and they just do the same form letter. Every
interesting. Sounds like a podcast I'm listening to now. Shouts to Buddy Cianci.
Yeah.
Time. Hey, big shout out to Buddy.
Shouts to Uncle Joe. Peace to the God.
It's ice cream.
I went to the movies this weekend, which I thought was just a funny thing.
I'm still fascinated.
I saw Tenet because I like Chris Nolan enough where I'll take Coronavirus to see one of his movies.
Except you were.
We got there. There was a 2:45 and a 3 o'clock. There was stuff after that, obviously. We got there, and I was like, well, baby, movie's closed.
Yeah.
There's like 3 cars out the back. Nothing. I opened the door to the car, and they're playing like the movie outside music.
Yeah.
Like they just, and I was like,
You yell inside you, hello, hello.
so no, I go up to the door of the movie place, and there were 3 people there. And we were like, okay. So we walk up. My wife's like, hey, is it always like this, or is it just because it's 3 o'clock and it's weird time? And the girl behind the register was like, it's been like this since we reopened.
When did they reopen? Do you know? Roughly?
A week before.
Okay.
So we were like, okay, we're gonna get 2 to see Tenet, please. And we're like, we have to wear masks the whole time, whatever. Obviously, we're big anti-vaxxers, maskers, anti-everything, basically.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, we go to the movie, and I'm in what has to amount to a 3,000 to 4,000 square foot room by myself with my wife.
Yeah.
Just like, well, I'm keeping the mask on. I don't know where she's been.
Yeah.
No, you're in the movies.
You sit
Dude,
3 seats apart,
this
right?
place,
Exactly.
This place is twice the size of my house. It's like, well, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one else came in. Saw the movie, total
That's
ripper.
awesome.
There's no popcorn or soda or anything. But my wife found a bunch of White Claws.
No soda?
on the seat. No.
What do you?
No concessions.
How do they make their money then? They fucking rip you
That's
off by
the-
charging
listen.
$7 for a small soda.
Listen, that's the next part I'm getting to
Okay.
because it's probably the last time you're ever going to be able to see a movie. So go see it
I
now.
was just gonna say, yeah. The what is a ticket now? $12.
It cost us $22.
Okay.
And as I said, someone must have left a bunch of chilled White Claws on the floor right next to
Yeah.
my wife, so she was fine.
My favorite was someone busts out like the Subway sandwich.
And she'd be like, here! It's cracking. Like, baby, you don't have to. There's nobody here.
Literally nobody is.
I mean, it was totally. First off, it's totally fucking ridiculous to be in a room that big with nobody else, and in a movie that's like supposed to bring America back to the movies. Turns out it didn't.
Right.
I really like the movies. We were talking about this earlier. It's an experience. It's fun. I just can't see how this is going to go on.
No. How are we supposed to watch, Fast and Furious 37 in the theater?
Dude,
Without a
I
theater.
just
Well, they're
don't-
going to be in space and we'll be on Mars.
Oh, did
so
you see that?
I have no idea. I made
There's-
that as a joke.
Oh no.
Yeah, I heard they're doing
going to
Fast and
space?
Furious
There
in
was
space.
Oh, thank
whatever
God.
Michelle Rodriguez, I think, is the
Big show.
actor, however you're supposed to say it these days.
Actress.
She was quoted to say something along the lines of like, "Oh yeah, the next one's going to space."
That's great.
That's how they're going to introduce aliens to the United States.
But I just don't. I don't know how it can last, boys. But I'll tell you what: if you've been staying out of the movies because you're afraid of crowds and stuff, they're not at the movies.
They're not there. right.
So we left. It was like 3 hours later. It was a Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah.
And there were maybe 6 cars in the parking lot. And this is like
You were one of them and you left.
yeah, this is like a 12+ room theater.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
which
like
one?
this was Attleboro's showcase like deluxe. It had like the
big one?
lounges.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
good.
dude. I've told a couple of people like this, and they were like, "Yeah, well, I'm going to the movies now because
Yeah.
I've been wanting to go." So
Yeah, I
it
mean,
was an experience. It was weird. I'm afraid it could be the last time I ever go to the movies.
I was just gonna say because I'm pretty sure their overhead's a bit more than $22 every 3 hours.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can't imagine the 245 show. They even. I mean, I think it just plays itself anyway.
Okay. Right. So yeah.
But
yeah.
there was nobody there. I mean, they looked at us like we were fucking ghosts when we came through that door.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, the people.
They was like, "Sup, bitches!"
It's like fucking Andy in Toy Story where it's, they're coming. They're coming.
Meanwhile, I'm walking. I got 24 White Claws taped to my leg. Trying to act normal.
What? You see that guy walk by? Yeah,
You're walking like you got an elephant trunk.
he's got a bit of a ting to him, doesn't he?
The movie theater pays more per hour to its employees than it does charges per ticket.
Yes.
So if
even at minimum, hypothetically,
there were
even
3
at
people
minimum
that were
wage,
two of
right,
us.
that was
yeah.
in mass, minimum wage is 12 now, right?
I don't even know,
Yeah.
but I'm
Literally,
sure.
okay.
I'm an anti-minimum wager as
yeah.
well, obviously.
Come on.
So anyways, that was really funny. It was a great movie. If you want to see Tenet, if you like Chris Nolan stuff, it's great. If you're just like a go to the movie and shut your mind off kind of person, don't go to that one. Stay out of that one.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Everything is unfortunate.
Anybody else get callbacks? Was like a deep thoughts up the wazoo.
Okay, give us the old deep thought because I don't have any more callbacks unless Corey's got a callback.
No. I just wanted to talk about the donut meat and trying the GC4.
Okay,
That was it.
Deep thoughts. Verbal tunes of the new Underglow.
Yeah.
You know, so I wasn't really around in the age of the Underglow, so I don't know how big it was. Was it as big as?
It was like burble tunes are, where like everybody makes fun of them, but everybody secretly got it. You know what I mean? Maybe not.
So people were just
had.
installing like Underglow in like
I
your
never had
driveway,
Underglow, but I never had a
I
burble
never had
tune.
Underglow.
I've only put Underglow on friends' cars without them knowing.
which is hilarious. How far into New York did he get before?
Or the new
you-
tire flies. He had it for like a week plus.
Yeah.
How do you not notice that for?
You wire it into the headlight switch.
So you can only see it while you're inside and driving.
Yeah, it only comes on when your headlights are on and you're driving.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, try it. It's great.
Along with what the revolver shift knob.
Oh yeah, we fucked up the rest of the car too, which was very noticeable. But the Underglow, because that was like the distraction.
Yeah, I would
He just
equate
thought a
more
UFO
to
was
the verbal
following him
tune,
for a week.
more to the like the boom of like everyone's got big stereo stuff. Because like when I first started,
But I
like
think stereo
everyone,
stuff is sometimes cool, where burble tunes aren't.
it certainly is, but it wasn't always. You know, like it was cool, like if you did it really well, right? Like for example, like the Supra stock came that way. It was really cool.
The stock, this is it as
The
aggressive-
aftermarket burble tune,
Yeah, as
not so
aggressive
cool.
as
See,
the
that-
Supra was,
Yeah.
like the stock Supra burble tune doesn't even compare to the craziness
no,
that's
no,
out
Yeah,
there.
there's some that it's like
You can like pay
Even-
$15 on face hole, and someone will come and burble tune your shit.
$15.
No, it's $300.
Oh, I was
That's
saying it was
okay.
15. I was
Yeah,
like,
he posts ads
well,
like every
realistically,
other week.
it's one of those things where it's a very easy mod to get introduced
Just
to
up the
modding.
fuel on D-cell. Everybody's happy.
Yeah,
so we classified it as a mod.
no,
That is not a
accessory,
mod.
Not a mod.
accessory.
You know,
It's accessory.
because like
Yeah.
if someone's like, "Oh, what's your build sheet?" We've gone over this before. What's
Oh no,
the build? What's
people
the
would-
yada yada
yeah,
yada.
I'm sure they include. Burble
I've
tune.
seen cars listed for sale
Yeah,
that advertise
Burble tune.
as a pro
yeah,
burble tune. You know, staying installed,
butt tune.
Yeah. right.
staying installed.
Look, we're not Tesla here. We're not going to pull it back. Okay, you can keep that.
This is
burble
a
tune.
service I paid
You
for.
can
I am
keep-
passing it on to the second
Yeah,
consumer.
and you get to have it.
Yeah.
You can keep that.
Congratulations.
Shouts to Kinder. I had Underglow on the Blazer.
Dude, his
Oh, yeah.
Blazer is so fucking
Yeah,
sick.
Kindersburg Blazers is timeless.
It would
Yeah.
be. I was just going to say right now. It'd
If
be,
he went and parked in the parking lot right now, it would
Yeah.
blend in. Well, it wouldn't blend in, but it would blend into the sake of.
the
this
retro.
Is cool.
The retro.
Someone just built
Radwood.
this?
Oh,
This
the
is
amount of chicks
yeah.
that'll just be throwing themselves at
Yeah,
you.
he'd be swimming in trim.
Swimming. Trim all over the place. Don't park that baby at Home Depot.
Or Lowe's. Don't park that at Lowe's.
He's a Home
Sure.
Depot guy.
He is a Home Depot guy. Big
Yeah.
shout out to Kinder. Young Ben's assistant job, which we spoke of.
Yes.
We should do a physical combine like the NFL combine to all the people that enter it.
How high can you jump? How quick can you run the 40?
No. I think it's way better than that. We just have them. So there's a convenience store for those of you that aren't local to us. Maybe, what do you say, a quarter mile from here?
Yeah.
You've got to go along the train tracks, so you got to fight bums and avoid needles.
Yep.
So
There's a lot of needles.
I think we could probably live broadcast the Young Ben intern combine.
Yeah.
Where we're like, so we give them an order. Everybody gets 3 things. You can't write it down. So obviously that'd be Philly Blunt, Picture of the Pope,
Magnums.
Magnum condoms.
Yeah.
Picture of the Pope. All right, you can definitely get 2 out of the 3 there. Yeah.
And then you have to, so we judge them on accuracy and time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not that bad of a run. And then we can have some other physical challenges as well. It'd be
just
the
like carrying
Revival
camera
Motoring
equipment.
Combine.
Yeah.
We
Carrying
could throw
camera
them passes.
Someone's doing a monster shoey out of my crock.
Yeah. So I think we should do that.
Can you eat a full bowl of rubber?
Yeah.
Who can consume this the fastest?
I think this borders on fraternity hazing.
Yeah, we'd probably get in trouble for this.
Yeah.
No. It's only going to be a couple people, and they're not going to be against each other. It's going to be time trial style.
They're just against the time.
So it's
Yeah,
not
well,
like,
let's
it's
fight
not-
to death.
It's, well, maybe we do shotgun start.
Yeah.
What's that in Call of Duty? The Gulag?
The gulag.
The gulag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Call of Duty.
It's kind of a gulag setup.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be funny. You could time people. It'd be wonderful, and we could bullshit in between. We could do it during one
I
of
got a
these.
set of boxing gloves. We can get another set.
Medium Performance
That
just
would can't go that hard.
Medium Performance just asks, can I carry in Rhode Island?
You can carry wherever you want, buddy.
This is America.
Yeah, Jesus.
I mean, at this point,
Yeah, we're all carrying.
yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, physical combine. So we're thinking about that.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't ask you guys. I kind of wanted to do a Friday night meet here.
What's a meat?
I set up a grill. You bring meat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's easy.
This Friday though.
Oh, geez, I don't know about this Friday. I was going to try to shoot a car.
Just shoot it. Have everybody here. If we don't have to do the meat thing, we can just hang out.
16. Yeah, maybe. That might work.
All right.
I
so-
don't
That
know
won't
for
break
sure.
Josh's attention at all.
yeah. Okay. 7
Yeah,
p.m.
no. Yeah, let me think about that. 'Cause
All right.
there's-
Well,
there's a-
anyways,
I don't know. It's
where are you
gonna
gonna do
be
it
tight this
here?
week.
You shooting here?
No, I didn't have a spot picked
Oh,
up.
perfect. 7 p.m. Revival HQ Friday.
Oh,
For all you people that can't make it out early in the morning.
right. There's
I'm gonna
something
be
at
here.
least. There you go, with a grill.
No, we're gonna see. We're gonna see how the initial goes.
Street
and we'll go
meat.
from there.
We need street meat.
I'll post about it on Fingertight if it's actually gonna happen.
If we're gonna do
it's
it,
most
yeah.
likely gonna happen.
Well, if
'Cause
we
I had
work out
nothing to do
details.
Friday night.
Okay.
7 p.m. It's gonna be great. Let's just hang out. Everybody's out. Okay, perfect.
Tunes at the meat.
Yeah, Burble Tunes.
Burble tunes at the
Verbal
meat.
tunes only.
Any other deep thoughts?
Nah.
Want to cue the boys?
You know what the deep thought is? I could eat 100 Twix. No problem.
We
Yeah.
should-
What's your max number of
We
Twix
just
out there?
discussed
you know?
100
this.
Twix? Yeah.
Easy. I could
100%.
eat 100
Yeah.
Twix and be happy. I ate 2 in a period that
Are these
I can't even classify as
You will go
on
into
a physical
diabetic shock, but
full
Nah,
size?
if you're drinking enough water.
yeah.
Or yeah, full size Twix.
Full
They're
size
still-
Twix, not the
the
king
little
size
minis.
where they
Yeah.
BF you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like the big Snickers. It's just 2 small Snickers. That ain't cool.
Yeah, well, that's what they. When you order the king size, they give you maybe a 3/4 size Twix.
Yeah.
4 3/4 size. That's not king.
Yeah.
You think the king would accept that shit?
King me.
Daddy won't even take that shit, right,
How
Daddy?
many Reese's cups do you think you could eat? I'll go 40.
Oh, I think
Full size Reese's cups?
full size.
40?
I think 40's light. I
You think
I
40's
think
light?
you're doing yourself a disservice saying 40.
I think 40 is a
Oh,
strong
man.
number.
Because
I don't
I
know.
can-
I think
I could murder 4, and then if I'm thinking about doing that 10 times, it doesn't even phase me.
Yeah.
I think
That's
you're
why I love the Rice Sticks.
I could probably do 40 inside 10 minutes.
I think you're underestimating the effects the sugar is
Yeah.
going to have.
40 in 10 minutes is a bit. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's
Man,
a
you
lot.
you don't know me.
That's a whole lot.
Yeah, I couldn't commit. I can commit to 40. That would no problem. 10
Yeah.
minutes would be tough.
Yeah.
40. So what kind of time period are you giving yourself?
I give myself 25.
25 minutes?
Yeah.
40? That's it?
Yeah.
I think you got more than that.
Yeah, I think it takes a little while to chew that, man. The
I don't know.
chocolate and the peanut butter
the
gets
chocolate
real
and peanut
thick.
butter might jack you up.
Yeah.
I think I'd do 50 to 60.
Interesting.
I don't think I want to.
Ben, do you have a BJ's membership?
No.
All
Do your
right, well,
mom
run
have
over
a
to
BJ's
BJ's.
membership?
No, if you have a student
Probably.
ID, I think you can get in once.
You can get it once, student ID?
I don't know. I'll buy him a BJ's membership.
Yeah.
We can get a pack of 36
Yep.
on Amazon for $32.
I'm not going to support Amazon. I'll go to the goddamn place up the street and buy them.
But that's only a pack of 36.
Oh, the 40's going to cost you like $80.
That's
Very.
why.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they cut you a deal, though, if you go there. You got to start with a leading question, though.
Yeah. I don't think they have 40 there.
This place powered by oil? This place heated by gas or oil?
I don't know. They had a tank in the
All right,
back.
I need 80 Reese's cups. What can you do for me?
I don't think they have 40 in the building.
I was going to say, I don't think there's going to be enough there to purchase.
I got my guy Cade in the room
40.
saying 40 and 10 definitely doable.
Maybe this
I
is-
think so too.
Yeah.
Maybe this is going to have to be a Halloween.
Maybe this will happen Friday at 7 p.m.
But you got to unwrap them all, too. Getting those tricky little fucking brown wrappers off, man.
Oh,
I mean,
who
I've
said-
eaten them.
Yeah, who said take the wrapper off?
Yeah, I've eaten them.
Little roughage.
Yeah.
You're right. You need to throw something in the mix there.
Little
Yeah.
roughage there.
Like that actually helps things
Yeah.
along. So are you guys gonna get a cup of water and dip them in the cup of water like Kobayashi?
No. I'm trying to enjoy them. I'm not trying to be that guy and just manhandle hot dogs
Cup
all
of
day.
milk on the side.
Yeah.
Oh, we might need to save this for October.
What do you mean for
It's
the
just
birthday?
For
fitting.
Halloween?
Yeah, just fitting for Halloween.
I mean, after 40 plus Reese's, I'm going to have a bad day.
Yeah. I
But we
feel
do
like
this at
it's-
night, so
How
I mean,
about, Reese's give you heartburn. What do you think's gonna happen when you eat 40?
it'll probably override the heartburn.
Override?
have you ever eaten so much that your pants get loose again?
Yeah. Yeah, just because they fell off.
They've just gone lower, but you think you ate your way through the weight. Nope.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's a lot.
I don't think 40 is that much.
Let's-
Plus,
let's-
Reese's have been getting smaller over the years. Let's be honest.
Let's keep
Have
it,
they?
boys.
Yeah, for sure.
News.
But what about Reese's pumpkins?
Dude, Reese's pumpkins, add 10%.
More peanut butter.
Add
What-
10%.
Yeah.
Are you adding? Right, that's the thing. I mean, there's white chocolate Reese's as
More
well.
peanut butter. White chocolate I can't do.
No, white chocolate. Let's get.
But-
Let's.
I
think so.
The Reese's shapes have more peanut butter, less
Right.
chocolate. That would inhibit me to at least eat 10 to 15% more
I
Oh, the
think.
pumpkins.
of the pumpkins.
I think the Reese's pumpkins have a better chocolate to peanut butter ratio.
I
do.
think the Reese's
All shapes
pumpkins
do.
have
But
a better taste.
I would
I
rather.
think it's because of that.
I'd rather hammer Reese's bunnies,
bunnies.
and I go
Bunnies.
20%
I like the
more in
trees.
bunnies.
I feel like you get more surface area with the trees.
I feel like the trees they kind of phone it in with that shape
they phone it in with that
because
shape.
it looks like a fucking cloud.
Well, yeah.
It's
Look
not
at the
even sharp.
Look
No,
at
the
the
pumpkin.
bunny.
The
I was
bunny's
just saying-
good.
The pumpkin, that's kind of phoned in. It looks all very similar to the egg.
The bunny looks.
Don't you dare.
Yeah, the bunny looks like a microwaved peep. Yeah.
Oh wow! Oh wow! You just said that shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
here
the
we
pumpkin's just an oval.
Pumpkin's an oval.
It's just they turned the package the other way from the egg.
are. If anybody's still listening out there to
Yeah.
this
Sorry.
automotive podcast, we've gone a bit off the rails, if you will.
No, I
and we
think-
haven't even consumed any Reese's.
I think you could gear up 10+% for shapes.
40. I don't know.
King size Reese's tough is this shop.
I don't know. Like
The sharp.
The big boys,
Yeah.
they're sharp, man. The walls, those
sometimes
walls are too. Those are like run flats of Reese's.
I'll have a couple Reese's too quick at home or something.
Yeah. It
and
hits.
I get,
It hits
and I
different.
get a little bit.
Yeah.
Like 40. That's, I don't know, man.
Not quick enough. Apparently, you
yeah,
gotta
here-
eat through it.
I mean, this is a podcast on a budget.
Power through
We
it.
do what we can with what we have.
Yeah.
Correct.
Your kids going Halloween?
Hey, is Halloween canceled?
If there's a Halloween, we will have
How
Halloween.
can they
So
cancel
I need you to
Halloween?
confiscate
Chuck, they tried that in
all
Situate before,
Reese's.
remember?
So I'm going to be
we
honest
still
with
went
you.
out trick or treating.
I'm going to be honest with you. Usually,
It wasn't safe.
we try to confiscate all Reese's to begin with because
Yeah.
it's a winner, if you will.
It's the best
Yeah.
of the best.
But there's really not that many.
really,
I mean, even when
A
we're
lot of
going
people
out,
out there hurting, man.
we
Yeah.
got three full bags, and it's kind of,
you don't think you can put together 40?
I don't know.
I'll
No.
tell you what.
Yeah.
No, certainly not.
I don't know how you cancel Halloween. This is October 31st. How you can cancel that?
Wait, who canceled Halloween?
I
talking
heard
about
someone talking about
cancel, yeah.
canceling Halloween. You can't cancel. It's
Yeah.
a day.
There's
They've
a
tried to
whole-
do it before
Try
in
it.
Situate. They've literally said we're canceling Halloween.
Try it.
I
And
will
you
be
know
out
what we
there
should
dressed
do?
like Mary fucking Poppins, walking from door to
If they
door.
cancel Halloween, we should have a revival, one of those trunk Halloweens in the parking lot.
That's a actual brilliant.
Wouldn't that be
idea.
fun? Because a bunch of people got kids. We could do a trunk Halloween.
That is
I've
legit
heard
a brilliant. We should do
they
that
do it
anyway.
in
Everybody wears
California.
fucking masks at Halloween, buddy.
Yeah.
They do in I know. Is it Bill's? Malibu Kitchen, I think, does one,
Yeah.
and it's always
We should no. That's a absolutely brilliant idea.
Trunk Halloween.
Yeah.
Trunk Halloween,
We have
Revival
the- we have
Motoring.
the lot-
Yeah, that's if they cancel, which they can't.
We can make some cool. We could still do it the week before.
No, you can't change Halloween's date.
No, you can't. But we can have
They
dress
do
up.
it anyway. Yeah.
Dress.
fuck it.
We could
the Halloween
we could have open trunk
Meat. We could have a meat.
open trunk meat Halloween dress up
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
something.
All you guys are being
Extravaganza.
held back with the wives for not coming out to one of our meets. We
Bingo.
could do this.
Bring the fam. Bring the charisse. Bring the
Oh, Charisse.
steak tips. A little bit of onion.
Little kale soup.
All of it.
No, I'm good on the
So
kale soup.
speaking of
Get outta
Halloween,
here.
Ford files the trademark for Warthog name. Remember
I
how you were
told
talking
ya.
about that last week?
the warthog.
So, could be Bronco Raptor, if you will, but the actual Ford filings, it is now trademarked, or at least
They heard my rant.
The
they
warthog
proceed.
is a terrible name.
Such a
Come
good
on,
name.
Ford.
They got it from Halo.
Yeah, they did.
it doesn't make it
And-
cool.
Yeah,
Halo's not
yeah.
cool.
I'm just not into Halo.
Fuck was that?
I may have had a buddy who we made fun of his little brother all the time for playing Halo. Oh, what are you doing tonight? I'm gonna play Halo 2. Oh, you.
Yeah.
Now
man.
we lost all of our listeners who play Halo. But
Well, at
no,
least we still got the candy.
I hope there weren't
aficionados.
any. So
if you hung through this long. Yes, so Ford files for the Warthog name. So we will see what happens with that soon.
And speaking of that, there's also been
Holy
news
shit.
about the Ford's not putting a V8 in the Bronco.
No,
We
no,
saw
they will
that.
not. Which we kind of predicted, right?
which is fine because the
Yeah.
current Raptor shreds with whatever engine it has
Yeah.
now.
right, and we assume it's going to be
They got the Econoline van motor. That thing.
Yeah,
There.
They were
exactly.
saying it's probably going to be the 3.5 or the 3.
Twin turbo, like the Raptor motor.
Did you read that whole article as far as why?
Because something with emissions.
Yeah, it's just they're not wasting their time. Essentially,
Yeah.
is what I gathered.
Emissions suck.
V8s,
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera. Another little quick hitter.
Yep.
Acura is finally bringing the NSX Type R and an NSX Spider coming late in 2021.
Acura.
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 The Type R, they had what was it? They had like the Le Mans car at the New York Auto Show. Josh, you and I got to see it,
Yes.
and a lot of the Type R is based off of like the styling design of that car, ultra sharp.
I know it's tight
So-
and futuristic, but I don't know. I'm gonna
Yeah.
pass.
So with that said, I think they're ditching the hybrid motor, it seems, potentially. I don't know. Maybe
Here
I
we
should
go,
read
now we're
more of this
talking.
article. But it says there's a scheduled debut of October
It's always the
2021
wrong one.
with an no, that was perfect. With an
There it is.
Yeah,
with an upgraded twin turbo 3.5 liter V6 engine.
nice.
So
All right.
there is that. There also has been no mentioning of the 3 electric motors. Okay, now we may be onto something here with this NSX. Acura / Honda will take the combined output to around 641 horsepower.
Woo!
If that number turns out to be accurate, it would represent a healthy bump of nearly 70 horsepower over their standard NSX. So if they ditch the electric motors, give it more power, now we're
Yeah, now we're cooking.
There
we're
we
cooking with
go.
gas.
yeah.
You know, I
Hot
love
damn.
seeing NSXs on the road. I love seeing them driving. It's only until I get parked and I get closer to them, I'm like, this thing just isn't as exciting as I thought it
Yeah,
is.
not that exciting.
But on the road, they look great. Especially
Acura's
the
not
white
very
one.
exciting.
The
So,
white one you got pulled up over there, or the you had a picture of.
Quite.
Yeah.
Great color.
So speaking of road presence, I texted you guys after our donut meet.
Yes.
First time ever I seen a C8 on the road.
Yeah.
Literally
Very tight.
that afternoon, seen another C8 on the road.
Two
Two
in
of
one
them,
day.
2 in one day. It
Yeah.
was just like
You go play the lottery?
I should have. I
Yeah.
fucking should have.
I have
see-
I figured out once you see one, you see them all the time. Like I've seen
That's wrong because I only seen 2 that day.
I've seen probably 6 different ones around Cranston and Situate.
The only
All
ones I've
different
seen so
colors and
far was just one on
different
the
color
highway,
combos.
opposite side of the highway, coming towards me, in silver, just looked phenomenal. And then the other one was like that orange color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
I've seen one of the orange ones, a blue one, and I think red on red.
A blue or a red would stand out. Like
I like the
crazy.
darker
Yeah.
blue. The bright blue, like the one I talked about last week.
Yeah, yeah,
is
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
not
no,
good.
no bueno.
Not good.
Yeah.
So Josh, you're talking about road presence of
Yes.
this thing. I mean, it's attention grabbing.
Oh, it's attention. So it's funny because, again, and I'm really not doing this because Toyota gave us Supra, but like the C8, I'm like, holy shit, I knew what that was. I can't see that well, but I knew what that was. I don't know, a mile away.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, there it is. There's one. And then the same thing happened with a Supra yesterday or the day before. It was at, on Route 140 in Mass, probably a mile up or something, or close to a mile
And
away.
you could see it.
I'm like, well, that's yellow and it's got some light. That I think that's Supra.
Yeah.
And then obviously I get a little closer. I'm like, fuck, that's a Supra. But again, those cars, like, and that's what I mean by pure sports car. That's what we want to a certain extent. They have that mean presence. It's different. Maybe it's just because we're fucking surrounded by Camrys and Corollas and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff. But like when something like that is on the road and you are into cars even remotely, you recognize it.
I'd have to say probably someone who's not even into cars, but just kind of observe it on the road. They would see something like that and be like, what is that? What is
Right.
that over there? That looks different.
You would hope, yeah.
You saw the red C8 that someone put like Ferrari badges on.
I didn't click on the story, but I seen the headline. Yeah.
They put Ferrari badges on it, and as you scroll by, I was like, "Oh, that's a cool looking Ferrari," and I kept going, and then it wasn't until I went back up, I was like, "Oh shit, that's a C8."
a C8
yeah,
vet. Yeah. It looks the part. It really does.
yeah.
What'd you see?
C8 Corvette.
Very cool.
Two of
Tight.
them one day.
Yeah, that's really tight, man. I saw one a couple months ago now. Cool, man.
just-
Real life, hanging out in a parking lot with an old guy that had one.
Yeah. It's just could see it from afar. I have another piece of news. Mercedes teases something big. Might yeah, me too, Mercedes.
God damn it, phone. Sorry.
Oh yeah. There we go.
69.
Mercedes teases something big. Might be a hydrogen-powered truck.
Oh, young Ben finally get to fill one up.
The only
Yeah.
I'm not going to touch that thing.
the
I don't wanna
only
blow up.
reason I brought this up, because no more details other than it's a large vehicle, could be hydrogen powered, but they're going to have an upcoming YouTube live stream where I guess it will be debuted. So, and we're gonna get into some other stuff, but the live stream is the way of the automotive future. Obviously, it's here,
Sucks.
and we're gonna see who's good at it and who is not.
Yeah. And then those who aren't are gonna see who is, and they're gonna find out how to be
Copy
better.
that.
Yeah.
I get some news.
What do you
Yes.
got?
You know our favorite company, Nikola?
Yes.
Nicola.
They're in a bit of hot water over a report. That
A
was
bit of
that
hot
was,
water?
That was not nice to their company.
I call it scolding.
The opening statement of this report reads, and I quote, "Today we reveal why we believe Nikola is an intricate fraud built on dozens of lies over the course of its founder and executive chairman, Trevor Milton's career." That's how the document opens.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know where you go from
The
there.
document then says they've never seen a level of public deception in a public company like this. Some of the I took some of the bullet points, which are awesome. The owner, Trevor, hired his brother for director of hydrogen production and infrastructure. His previous work experience was pouring concrete driveways and doing home subcontractor work in Hawaii.
Hold on. What's this guy's name again? It's not Cianci? Because
Yeah.
this sounds an
Yeah,
awful
it
lot
sounds like Buddy.
I've heard this story before.
They claimed that their factory or their building had energy assets making 3.5 megawatts of solar energy with their rooftop solar. Satellite pictures show that there is no panels on the roof.
That's it's
All they had to
And
do
they
was just
needed
throw some panels
satellite?
up there.
This happened right after they teamed up with GM. This all came out.
That sucks.
The video of their truck, their semi,
Yeah.
where the truck was described as in motion, they have admitted to that it was in fact in motion because it was rolling down a hill, and they decided not to invest the resources to make it self-propelled.
I was hoping it was going to be gas powered or something.
No, so they towed it to the top of the hill
Yeah.
and just rolled it down and took a video. So it was in fact
In motion.
in motion.
Wow.
Most of its tech, in fact, was Bosch tech. And the most concerning, the owner Trevor ensured he is not going down with the ship. He cashed out $70 million around the IPO and amended his share lockup from 1 year to 180 days. If he is fired, his equity awards immediately. He's entitled to collect $20 million over 2 years. And he's laid the groundwork to extract hundreds of millions of dollars from Nikola years before he delivers on any of his promises.
Some people are just too smart.
This is all from the report. Otherwise, I wouldn't get this deep into it.
Yeah,
but
no,
it is
it's
just
all
like,
out there.
whoa.
Yeah.
Like, did GM ask any questions?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
GM has stood by their
Doesn't seem like
decision.
What?
So they're not even back. They're not like trying to distance themselves already. They're fully committed still.
Yes. They have not distanced themselves.
That sounds like a bad decision.
What the? Like,
Well, this is a report from
I was gonna say.
investors who were
Yeah.
bear investors on this. But I mean,
right? It's not.
but you know how big of a deal it would be if this was all bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like someone's gonna get sued beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah,
So
I was going to say this isn't fact. However, if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck and doesn't have an electric motor,
It's fucking a duck.
It's Nikola.
So, yeah, it's not good.
wow, holy shit.
So you can read the report. Actually, I saw a bunch of articles about it. Then I read the report, and like just as I read the first line, I was like, oh wow, this is
It
like
told you enough. Yeah.
all these. Oh no, I read the rest of it, but all like the articles summarizing it weren't bullshitting. I mean, this is really really bad.
And now this is the 1,000 horsepower Hummer, right?
No, this is. I'm getting to that's my next.
No,
thing.
this was just the.
This is
But
Nikola's
I'm saying-
Badger truck. Wasn't the Badger their
the Badger.
The
there,
Badger,
yeah.
but I mean,
truck? In their semi.
that was kind of be how they're going to get this Hummer thing was using Nikola's technology, right? By
Well, the
partnering with
thing
them.
is, it seems like the GM thing I read into it a little bit is like more of like owning the brand Nikola, and it seemed like Nikola was going to end up using old GM technology to make any of their
I was
shit
gonna
work
say,
at all.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's what it was. GM was basically going to use their assembly lines, et cetera, to actually make stuff.
Understood. Okay.
But still, like, you would. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know.
But as
Maybe
I said,
GM
GM has
can
stuck
fucking-
with it as of now. I mean, maybe tomorrow they'll be like, yeah, you know what,
right.
we're out. But
Maybe they're doing their due diligence to
the deal was. I
See
mean,
if
the
this
deal's
report's
signed. I
accurate.
mean, we'll see what
right, it's
happens.
yeah.
But if it was on
Shit.
it was on a deception, you could probably get out of it.
Right.
It's weird you mentioned the electric Hummer because there is electric Hummer news.
I also have that.
Go ahead, young Ben.
Take it away.
What
buddy.
did you have? Just
What
the
do you mean?
Just-
we don't
just go
compare notes
Just
here.
go. Yeah,
just
yeah.
the
just
release and that they're releasing it on the 20th of October.
Jesus Christ, young Ben.
That's all I had. And that it's it's a GMC Hummer now.
And intern resumes can be sent to info@revivalmotoring.com.
There's going to be a combine.
Yeah.
Uh,
Can you read?
Anyways,
Can you write?
what everybody wants to know is that the electric Hummer can crab walk. And
Oh.
Can crab walk.
that's what everybody wants. And if you're like me,
yeah.
I thought a crab walk was a move done at a gentleman's club. However, it is also a move an electric Hummer can do.
Wait,
Yeah.
there-
Pea popping, crab walking.
If you pay enough, it'll happen. Yeah.
Next time you find yourself at one, just
Yeah.
ask for a crab
a
walk.
crab walk.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's
Give me a
something-
ring because I'm trying to come.
Yeah.
you learn something new every day.
Now they're doing cartwheels, tricks, and things.
Okay.
Pea
yeah.
popping by Ludacris. It's a direction manual.
Okay.
But that's what everybody wants. But this is all steering can turn.
Mhm.
You can turn the back wheels.
Yes.
And it can
Sideways.
not totally sideways,
pretty-
diagonally.
On a-
It can move
okay.
diagonally.
Yeah, on a slight angle.
In
It's like chess.
Yeah.
I'm
it's
just
a bishop.
wondering if it doesn't
Yeah.
move completely
Speaking
sideways.
of bishops, also great for the gentleman's club.
Yeah.
Ask about that.
Give me the Pope spreader. What's the point of this? A parlor trick?
Let's say you pull up to a rock and you got to go around it.
Right.
Instead
you-
of having to steer, you
Yeah.
can kind of then
Okay.
then
Yeah, like
eep.
maybe you've pulled up too far already.
Too
Yeah.
close to it.
Yeah.
Right.
You have
And-
to see the screen that it pulls up when you enter crab mode.
You
Is
have to
it-
like really force it, just like the crab walk at the gentleman's club.
Well, right now I'm viewing a crab. Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's like a crab.
It basically looks like a mode in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can look
That's
at the
so-
video.
Yeah, yeah. Go
but
check
my
out that
description's
video.
great. But yeah, crab walking.
That's a thing. Yeah. That's a
so
thing
that
now.
can crab walk.
Crab-
So
I wonder if all 1,000 horsepower are available as your crab walk.
I would hope so. In case you weren't excited enough about the electric Hummer,
Yeah.
No,
Hummers. Well, I'm gonna get into that.
There's not.
Uh,
Also at the strip club.
from my understanding, no. So, anyways, that is our crab walk segment.
Yeah. Lightning.
I don't think anything else happened car wise.
So
no, I
actually-
have a handful of them.
Was the October 20th correct?
I have
yeah.
no idea. I didn't read
That's
that.
Okay,
what it
so
said.
so
I'm
all
reading
right.
about stuff people care about.
Here we go. Another, I'm sure, live stream unveiling. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
October 20th for the electric Hummer.
Oh, is that we're gonna let?
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna demo the crab walk.
It said GMC will show the new Hummer EV electric pickup on October 20th.
Well, they better hope that something else doesn't
It
happen.
said
in the
it
electric
may
market.
be delayed due to coronavirus.
Yeah, I
Oh.
don't think it's coronavirus.
Yeah. Due to
Yeah.
that, huh?
Yeah. I think October 19th around 12 noon. They're like, hey, you know what?
we all got coronavirus.
Yeah.
Give me 14 more days.
So, other news. Daimler is in the process of settling.
Isn't that Stellantis?
Stellantis, Daimler. Yeah, I don't know.
No, I don't think Stellantis is. Go ahead.
$1.5 billion settlement
Oh, for a little diesel action?
for some diesel misconceptions, if you will, wrongdoings.
Hmm.
Interesting how it was not covered nearly as much as the VW diesel scandal, which is seemingly going to be all wrapped up pretty soon as well.
That didn't take him too long.
Yeah, no, 5 years.
It's
What
only
was-
been 5 years. Since
Yeah,
Dieselgate.
what's
5
Volkswagen's
years.
commitment to that
Wow.
after this? It's like some long-term
I still
commitments.
remember seeing all of them at the.
Oh, at the port.
Yeah.
It's a big commitment. I don't have it right here in front of me, but I think it's obviously lots of money, and then they have to build a certain number of cars.
And a certain number of like charging stations and everything too. They
Yeah.
have to build that network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in maybe a year ago, we talked about how Volkswagen was upping their production and upping their numbers. Remember,
Yeah.
we're only going to do, I don't know, 75,000. Now we expect 250,000 by 2023. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. There's the ID3, which
Yeah, there's the ID3, and then there's a drawing of something of like an ID4.
Yeah.
and shouts to what's his name, Patty McGrath from Speed Hunters.
Patty McGrath.
From Speed Hunters. He's been doing. He has an ID3 or was given an ID3, and he was taking it on a road trip.
Yep.
So he had some in-depth looks into the thing. Post some cool photos of it. I assume a story will be coming to Speed Hunters at some point.
Yeah.
God's
But again,
work.
just from his Instagram, it was actually pretty cool to see. And he answered a bunch of questions as far as people asking, for instance, is the range anxiety real with this thing? And he's just like, yeah, no, it's actually perfectly suitably drivable, especially with what he was doing.
Where is he driving it?
Wherever he lives, Scotland or
Okay.
Ireland.
I didn't know if
it
there
might
was
be
like
Ireland,
a
actually.
I believe it's
the
Ireland.
A to B or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if I didn't look in depth enough to know if there was a road trip A to B plan or whatever.
Yeah.
I just happened to on his stories where he's answering these questions and posting stuff to it, and I was quite interested.
Yeah, because I guess it would give you a good idea of what the charging network is wherever he is driving it. So, to make sure you don't have that range anxiety.
Right,
of,
yeah. Seems like it worked out pretty good. Speaking of, electric, edge of your seat,
Boogie, woogie, woogie,
thrill
woogie.
ride stuff,
Mm-hmm.
according to Motor1.com, Masonry will modify the Porsche Taycan
Oh, thank God.
and other new cars.
Yeah, anything that's
plain looking.
expensive, Mansory's gonna.
Apparently, Mansour
Put their nuts all over it.
a bit drag it through the mud. So yeah, I mean, that was just a little headline. They're going to continue to ruin cars.
Hey, listen, if it keeps selling to oligarchs, I mean,
I don't know. They just put a bunch
like
of
the-
cladding on the side,
Yeah,
some
some
weird
cladding.
restitch interior.
I was going to say some cladding,
it's
some
like first gen Escalades. you know?
diamond pleating, and obnoxious colors all over. What else do we have? Volvo apparently has a new ionization air filter that will clean your car of yesterday's bad breath and farts. Care of jalopnik.com.
You know what cleans it? You just not being in the car for like a couple hours.
A
Yeah.
little while.
Crack the
But,
windows.
but I mean, this is the level of, innovation we're at.
Well, I mean, it's. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, and I already closed
However, the idea behind it is very easy. There's only going to be one UV light source that all the air passes through, and that takes care of all of it.
I was going to say, we have at work an ionizer
Yeah.
that sometimes vehicles exchange hands from person to person after the fact. Somebody leaves, goes, whatever. So we'll have some that, we can't really say we have a no smoking policy in all the vehicles.
Why not?
I don't know. We just don't.
No.
I don't know. That's
We,
not written.
we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not written into.
It's certainly followed.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
We have, if you're going to smoke the vehicle, go find the line of the unemployment chief. That's a goddamn E350.
So
Respect it.
these, and essentially, because a lot in our field, a lot of times the guys
Guys are smoking.
live out of the vehicles. They're such nomads, if you will, when it comes to a lot of this stuff. They almost do live out of them.
There's your problem.
So it's just kind of, we get some vehicles that have
Seen some things.
seen some stuff.
They smelled some stuff.
They
Yeah,
smell
those
some
guys
stuff.
know about crab walking.
Yeah. They do.
Why does it smell like pee?
Oh, you'll know.
So at times we've used this ionizer, and it's like a thing you plug in, put in there, let it sit for a few hours. It actually works pretty good.
It's very cool.
For instance, like
It's a big tool in detailing.
cigar smoke, for instance. There, we get that every now and again, and it's just like, oh shit, it actually did work.
Yeah, it's a big tool in detailing when people do like a full recon of a car.
Yeah, yeah.
They'll set it on the inside and like ionize it for a few hours, and then it kind of depletes all odors and everything. And you do that usually before you put the like floor mats and all that stuff back in.
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've had it
shit.
right. We had them fully detailed, and we get it back, and it's like, it's still a faint smell of
Fart.
smoke,
Ooh.
fart.
Yeah.
The
Taco
past,
Bell.
the
Yeah.
past, if you will.
Crunchwrap Supreme.
Yeah.
I know that smell from a mile away.
So, yeah, I mean, it does work to a certain extent. I
Yeah.
assume that's what Volvo is doing to help minimize your farts.
I was really knocking on the park
flatulence.
lately. Maximum speeds, ionizers. To
Right, just take everything
shock your
well.
farts out of the car.
Smells that give you life. Was there any other news? Was there anything?
I don't think anything else came out at
Let's
all.
skip the main topic.
Oh, that's what it was. Nissan did a little thing.
Nissan
Datsun.
Z.
Came out with a Z Proto, which they're saying it's 98% done.
Yeah.
Or, mostly done. So why not just give it the name?
You don't give it the name because people might identify what they don't like on your prototype, and then Nissan will not do anything about it.
So essentially they just gave themselves an out, is what it sounds like.
I think so.
Not an out, because I think they are going to make this vehicle. But needless to say, yesterday at around 8:30 p.m., some of the world watched Nissan unveil the Z Proto car.
Was this on YouTube by any chance?
No, I might have been, but I followed Motor One's link.
You see it on Uzi Nissan site?
Uzi.
Yeah, I
Shut
just
it
ask
down.
because usually if there's like a live stream or something like that, you can see how many people are currently viewing.
Yeah.
And it's always interesting because like I'll watch like Google's release something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, there's a lot of people
A lot.
watching. So it'd be very telling to see it on YouTube.
Because
Yeah.
there were literally hundreds of people.
Yeah, I would say to see what the numbers look like.
There were no numbers provided. They did have multiple guests on, if you will. Adam Carolla made an appearance because he was actually at ZCon again, as I spoke to earlier.
Dressed as a 280.
He was, he was wearing a jean button-up shirt.
He's trying to follow in Leno's
He's
footsteps.
dressed as Jay.
Just there. I mean,
Yeah.
matching and fitting in. So they had this event last night. It was about an hour long, and it was about, I would say, 58 minutes too long.
Mm-hmm.
Because they could have just come out and said, this is the Z Proto. Here it is. Here's the motor. Here's what we're going to do. We're almost there. We're ready. Here's when it's going to come out.
Holla at your boy, peace.
But instead, they just continued to repeat that it's a pure sports car with Nissan DNA. There is a Z in everything we do. Passion, emotion, design, the joy of driving. They want to take the Z to the next level. The new Z is coming. This is not a concept. The look is close to final. They care about the look, feel, and power and the essence of Z. True to its heritage, it's going to be a 3.0 turbo V6 with 6-speed manual transmission. They want it to be powerful, exciting, engaging, agile, muscular design. And then they threw shots at Toyota for not having
Did they
a
say
manual.
true to its heritage it was going to be a V6?
Yes. Unlike
Okay.
what its heritage
Did
is.
they say the Z in everything they do? Because my Murano Cross Cabriolet has no Z.
Not much Z. So this
Probably
is,
option though.
Got Nismo, yeah.
they were key points, bullet points that they wanted to hit on, and they hit on them for literally 55 minutes repeatedly. Almost every question they were asked was the same answer, just in different forms. The same words were put into a different sentence.
Now, almost a year ago to the day,
Mm-hmm.
my little birdie gave me some information that I passed along on the podcast.
Yep.
Sure did.
Almost everything was correct to the T.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
So, Z aside, there was other information I spoke about then that we'll start to see.
Yep,
I think Nissan's in for some fun stuff coming up the next year or so.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, we have to hope that the COVID doesn't set that back too much. Which the fact that they still pressed on and did this,
Yeah.
kudos to them, because
It's pretty boring Tuesday night as it was.
and things weren't looking too good. I'm assuming financially for them.
I'm curious because it's based off of the 370C unibody.
Is it? I didn't.
It
So
is.
they didn't.
This
So
surprises me.
there was a lot of stuff that they didn't mention. They didn't mention power. They didn't mention.
Well, so it's good. It's the VR engine, right?
Yeah.
Which comes in.
VQ.
VQ
It's VR engine.
Oh, it's VR now.
VR engine.
6.
6. Oh yeah, you know I'm in.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, is it 12
20
valve or
24?
24 valve? Okay,
Whoa.
now we're talking.
So it's got the VR engine, right?
So it's gonna sound like a Wookiee.
VR
Yeah.
Turbo.
And then there's all those variants of the VR. All
Yeah.
those the different nomenclature of the whole thing. Now it can either be 300, 300 something, 370, 400 horsepower, all those ranges. And I mean, all that just changes based on like the tuning of like the turbos and all that
Yep.
stuff. Would it be possible for it to come out and have less power than the 2020 370Z? Because the 2023 370Z
So-
has like, I think 360, 370
So
horsepower.
I think there very well could be a version, because I think this isn't just one standalone here it is car.
Yeah.
I think similar to what Toyota's doing, multiple variants for different levels. And you have to assume the big bad Larry, if you will, at the top is going to be the one that makes, I don't know, weren't they teasing something like 400 horsepower
Dude,
or
it's-
something like that?
They're obviously gunning for the Supra.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's there, and it comes out as a stick, which is a plus to the Supra. I don't think the front of the car is great,
No.
but I like the side shot of the car better than the Supra.
Side profiles.
I don't mind the rear.
I love the
I
rear.
like the rear.
Love
I get
the
an
rear.
issue with the tire letters,
Yeah.
but concept car.
I don't think they were very in tune.
I wish it wasn't that color. I
don't. Yeah,
Right,
I
'cause
I agree with you
yeah,
because
there
that,
was-
as a hero color, that ain't the one.
I'm all about that color, but not that car in that color.
For the
Yeah.
release.
The fabled Johnny Lieberman wrote that I spent 30 minutes looking at this photo. It's not the color
Yeah.
of the dead
Yes.
straight shot.
Yeah.
And he's right. And hopefully the rectangle everybody complains about, they just turn into an oval so it truly becomes an Aston Martin in the front.
Well, the rectangle in the front is the exact same rectangle that's in the front of the 240Z.
Right.
The 240Z has the exact same rectangle. It just doesn't look as big because it has a bumper in the
It's
front.
the same reason I don't like the Supra, the bulbousness of
Yeah.
that
Right.
hood.
Yeah.
If you get rid of the bulbous and make it flat, same with the Supra, your boy's in.
So they did say, again, multiple times that they pulled bits and pieces from the lineage of Z cars, 300ZX, obviously all the Datsuns and Fairlady Z stuff early on. And you can see some of those elements,
Especially the
there.
rear tail setup.
Right,
Oh, that's
right.
cool.
And like, I see what they did,
Yeah.
and I like 3/4 of it.
Yes.
It's just the front. That
So they could fix the front because now, you put out a proto and everybody's making fun of the front. Maybe you're like, you know what, maybe we'll change
yeah.
the front a little.
So I don't know if
However,
you guys,
it's
Yeah.
Nissan.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna.
I don't know if you guys seen it, but our friend Sammy Scene Points,
Yes.
The render,
the
yeah.
render he made of a thing, like, okay, done, 100% sold.
Yeah.
Because he put like a bumper on the front that came around, and then he put the little fender mirrors on there.
See, that's what broke it up
And
on
it
the
was just
240Z. Because if you looked up pictures of a 240Z with no front bumper on it,
Yeah.
it had the exact same giant
Same square.
rectangle up front. And it's like we don't on that newer car, like there's not that metal bumper like override thing to kind of split up the monotony
There's
of that huge
nothing-
thing up front.
Right, there's no contrast there. There's nothing to like. You
It's
said,
like a black
break it
hole
up.
coming at you.
Yeah,
But that straight side shot,
Oh,
Jesus. Like
Oh,
the
yeah, that
hatchiness
side
of the
profile.
back.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's same thing. I don't mind it in the side shot, but I wish the hood was less bulbous and less big, I guess.
And
or-
they said the hood bump, if you will, I guess came from
the whole thing was
it came from the 240Z.
240.
Mm.
And
But on the 240Z, it was much more narrow.
yeah,
It didn't come down as far into the front of the car.
It
And
had
it
more
was-
windshield.
Yeah, it was.
Could use more windshield.
I get the design style,
It could use more
bringing it
windshield.
over, but like not everything's gonna work.
right,
Yeah,
You know what I'm
which is-
saying?
right. You don't.
Which is fine.
So from 1972 240Z to a 2020, let's just call it 2022
even
240Z.
stuff from the 350 and 370.
Yeah,
Like, you don't have to shoehorn everything.
But
Yeah.
boys, you know what this is going to do?
I hope it starts a fight.
This is going to hasten the stick shift in the Supra. Next Supra's come with a stick
Oh,
shift. Let's be
100%.
honest.
I think that was coming to beginning.
Those guys want to talk smack on a
Yeah.
goddamn live thing.
yeah.
They're definitely now got to hammer a stick shift into it, which they can do. Everybody knows they can.
Yep.
So that'll be great for the Supra. I do like the way the Z looks better than the Supra. As I said, I
Yeah.
like the back of the Supra. I like the back 3/4 of it. I like more of the Z than I do of the Supra, but just style wise.
Yeah.
Hey, big shout to Nissan if you want to get us one. However, and I think Nissan over the years has made better looking cars. I mean, than Toyota.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Especially modern.
Yeah.
But especially you getting into the old Z cars. So I think they have a great chance. I'm feeling it. It's 6-cylinder twin turbo, 6-speed. They can still revise the front a little. But even like in that color, I know there's been some renders of the white one.
White one's tight.
Wow.
White, right?
But
yeah.
I'd still buy the green one because I'm an idiot. Or the yellow green thing, whatever the hell they call that.
Chartreuse.
Chartreuse. The thing is, I told everybody I bought a bunch of Nissan stock before this thing came out.
Yeah.
Shit tanked.
I was gonna say
I abandoned ship.
Just not
Because you're not building CUVs.
not all believers, if you will.
But I'm excited about it. I'm excited because there wasn't as much hype about it as there was a Supra. In fact, we announced it first.
Right.
Corey came up with his little birdie
Yeah.
Yeah.
and figured it out first. I like it. I like the interior. I think the interior looks cool. I like that it's all Nissan. It's not. Obviously, I'm a big BMW guy, but it's somewhat disheartening when you get in a Supra, a Toyota Supra, and it's almost all BMW inside. Not that it's bad. It's just
Right,
like
it's
this
just-
isn't really Toyota-y, where this is all going to be Nissan. So like the interaction is going to be terrible on it.
Yeah, I imagine the UI is going to
It's
be.
going to be horrific, but it's
I'm
going to
hoping
be
it's in
Nissan.
Android Auto and Apple CarPlay.
But the stick shift looked beefy. I liked it.
Stick shift looked very Viper.
Yeah,
Esque.
very classy.
Yeah.
Very classic. I don't know if they stay on the Heritage. I mean, they departed from the Heritage with the 350. It didn't really carry along a lot of the stuff from the old Z cars.
Yeah.
No.
Whereas this is really getting into that, and you see with the classic-y looking stuff like the Dodges and stuff, people like that.
Right.
So bring it forward. I don't think they really took a lot of Supra heritage when they did the Supra.
Oh, they took the font.
They took the font.
Took
that's
the
true.
font.
And they changed it a little. But I think
there
this
are
is
some there are some cues, if you
I know,
will.
but this is definitely a better callback to the Zs
A full-on-
of past than the
yeah,
Supra
yeah.
is to the Supras of past. Not that I think that matters when you're looking at a new car, but I think the retro look, I'm about it. I'm about a retro-looking car.
Yeah.
And especially if they can keep it pretty light. You give it 400 horsepower, keep it light, and a 6-speed,
It's gonna be a
So
hell of a time.
that's-
it's
So
gonna rock. I mean, the VQs aren't bad motors.
Yeah.
So you could imagine the VR, storied history.
it's gonna sound cool. I thought they were gonna play some sound clips. Unfortunately, they didn't.
So
Just
one
keep
thing
the
I
price
noticed,
right.
which is just
So
like
that's
one of
what I
the
wanted to
weird
get
things
into is the
I
price.
pick up on is like if you look at the photos, look at the interior, the door cards, right?
Yeah.
There's this weird nothingness from like where your arm would rest to the top of the windshield, which is a very, very large space. So
Mhm.
you know this window's going to be very tiny and the door's going to be very tall, but there's a large gap of just nothing. It's just like soft black material.
Tell you it's a prototype, man. Maybe that's the 10%.
Yeah, it's just weird. It's like I think the interior looked great. It looked comfortable, a place of business, a
Just
place of fun.
Press some shapes into that plastic.
Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe move the door latch or no, the door handle opener or something up a little more to kind of break up that huge space.
I just hope it's 370Z priced
so
as
that's
opposed
what
to Supra priced.
that's what
Even if it's a lower trim.
because
Yeah.
I think I mean if hypothetically if there's only one trim, right? If they come out with this one that is 400 horse, et cetera, and then maybe they have a Nismo version. Okay, fine.
So the
Price
Definitely
it.
a
It's
Nismo.
400 is more than the Supra.
So that's
So
what.
it has to be the same price as the Supra.
So that's the thing is like, where's this thing going to live price wise?
Because if it came in at 45, I think it'd be a smash hit. I
So
said it about the
that's-
Supra. It needs to be a little less money.
Well, they did. They gave you the 2-liter version.
It's true.
Yeah, the 4-cylinder one.
But
So that's what I was thinking. Is this going to become a?
there's a hole in that
across the
$45,000 market, man.
Will this become across the board of? Well, here's the cheaper, base version for I don't know 40 even,
Yeah.
and then you can go all the way up to 50.
Dude,
50,
make the
maybe even
tuner
55.
version. Fuck, roll down windows and just the good motor and everything else
Right,
is shit.
full
Yeah.
on drift version.
Like an Evo.
Yeah, exactly. Only
Because
intentional.
That's what I think.
Intentional.
Yeah.
Intentional.
Even if this thing is at hypothetically 42 to 40, let's call it
No, I
40,
think 45.
42 to 47, right?
It's
If it
not
lives
gonna be.
somewhere there,
Yeah.
this thing will sell like crazy.
It's going to be 55.
I look forward to the brand war
Me too.
between the
Me too.
people
That's yeah,
who are diehard Toyota and the
Yeah.
people who are diehard Nissan, because those are the two kinds of people there are.
yeah.
And then obviously, if you're not either, you got to pick a side. So what
It's-
side do you want?
It's nice to see the Japanese boys going at it.
Yeah.
I like
That's-
to see that.
yeah.
It's always this BMW, Audi beef, Ford, and whatever the other company in America
Yeah.
is.
None of them matter.
But to see a brand beef between Japanese companies,
No, this is what we
that's
want.
pretty tight. Maybe Mitsubishi will throw in.
I bet you could
Please
go back.
don't.
I bet.
Yeah, just refrain.
They can't because they took the Lancer. Didn't they make the Lancer or the Eclipse?
CUV.
The CUV, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think if you went back and listened to the tape of us a year ago, I think we said this exact same thing.
It's almost a year to the day.
Of like, hey, this would be awesome if they came out with a Supra, or if this Supra sparks the war of JDM
They go
manufacturers.
Mustang Camaro, but instead of stupid V8s, they're racing Turbo 6s.
Turbo 6s, right.
Daddy likey.
Exactly, 100%. Nothing wrong with it at all.
And maybe Nissan can be a little more priced a little lower because it is all in-house, but that probably doesn't cost less.
So that, right. I mean, if we look at it, I think I went and looked last week or the week before. Wasn't it like starting at 37 for a 370Z? And then it went all the way up to like 47 or whatever.
You also got to remember that Nissan can't go too ham because if we're talking the Supra with your M4 motor in it, it's going to be 550 horsepower, stick shift monster.
Yep.
Nissan has a car that's a 600 horsepower, but it's all-wheel drive. So is there enough distinction where you can have like a Sylvia type car,
right,
and a Skyline at this point?
Is obviously
Skyline or GTR and a GTR and a Z.
Would it? In other words, yeah, would it be okay for a GTR and a hopped up Z to be pretty similar in power? However,
when you release the Z, which is exactly what's going to happen, you stop making the GTR, and then that's your off period for the new GTR, which is going to be crazy and way more expensive. Well, it can't be way more expensive. They're almost $200,000 for
it's
the
just going to be
boy.
Hybrid. And
but you just you'd have to separate it enough horsepower wise, which I think they are now, even if that comes out at 400.
Yeah.
But if you have to do a Super Z to fight a Supra, you need what do we think the Supra is going to cost? $75,000 maybe?
Oh, 65. Because realistically,
no, you get one for 60 now.
Well, the most expensive one right now is 55.
Really?
I think,
our sticker was higher than that.
Yeah, ours was 57 and change. There's a lot of bullshit on that sticker.
Yeah, but when you go trim up, it has to have all the bullshit.
No, I mean bullshit like
it.
destination charges and all that
shit.
Doesn't really count.
So if you go Supra, so listen, you have to. You're doing Supra. It can't be better than the M2. BMW's not going to let it.
Yeah. So even right now, the biggest Supra there is would be 2021 3.0 Premium, and that's MSRP is $54,490.
Yeah, but if they're going to put an M4 motor in it and a stick shift,
then it has to be. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. There's the even still the A91 edition.
So maybe it's 65. So then you do a Z at 65 with like a 500 horsepower VR.
Right.
I don't know. It seems like two peas in a pod.
If they're right, it's almost like the market's going to create itself, and they'll be, hey, no, this is this, and like Corey said earlier, there's Nissan, and then there's Toyota.
With competition, everybody wins. All consumers win, except for the guys that bought the first year.
Yes. So you
hear those guys all.
Remember what happened to people, the Toyota people who bought the first year?
Yeah,
didn't work out well.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they still having a blast.
Great car.
Oh no, so I mean, we had the 2020. I still would like it.
Yeah,
but
wouldn't buy it.
I'd be a little bit butthurt if I just bought the thing and they upped the motor and whatnot.
Yeah, but the stick shift
or
adds such a fun factor for me that like even if the Z has less horsepower than the Supra or equal, I'm gonna go for it. So they have to fix that with the Supra.
And again, they did say literally for
because you just see it in there, you're like, yeah.
It looked like somewhere. I want to place my hand.
And 350s, 370Zs aren't bad cars. I like them.
Yeah,
I think
they've
they're
been
cool.
around, and I mean,
a lot of people make them too loud.
I was just gonna say now they're getting, obviously they're in the drift world, but now you can get them cheaper, so people are jumping on them and utilizing them as a good platform.
Cheap-ish. 350s are still like $10,000.
They're cool cars. They're fun to drive. They handle decently. I mean, just take that, put a turbo motor, and everybody wins.
Yeah,
it's what everybody wants. Everyone a 370Z wants a turbo on it. Here you go, 400.
Yeah, realistically.
I'm glad I was
out of the same engine that's already there. So I mean,
I think it comes in at less power than 4, and I think it comes in probably equal to or less than Supra.
I thought I had like a 90% odds on the fact that it was just going to be 370Z again.
Oh, really?
380Z.
No, not that. They call it a 400, but it'd be blatantly a refresh.
Yeah, I
just
get what you're saying.
Like a 350 to a 370.
Yeah.
Like, it's different.
I was on that fence until I saw the silhouette pictures. I was like, oh, okay.
No, especially with the flat back.
Yeah.
As I said, I'm pretty in on it. I
they
don't
made
think
it-
it's the best looking car, but it's a prototype, so they've given themselves an out. They said 90%, so literally they can change whatever the hell they want.
And that was the 2%.
I don't think it's 90% bad.
Yeah.
I don't think you know what I mean. I think the car is 90% cool. If they just fix some of the little shit, you'd be good. I don't think you do fender mirrors, but
the they made it like a half an inch or so shorter than the 370Z and a few inches longer, which I think really changes the dynamic of it all.
Yeah, it
Because if
stretches
you
it
look at
out.
the 240Z, it's I mean, it's a very, very tiny vehicle, but it gives the impression of it looking long and kind of there's a lot of like hood in front of you.
Long hood gang.
Yeah.
I'm definitely excited for it.
I am too. Now,
I'm not in love with it, but I'm excited for it.
Right now we wait.
I could be in love with it.
We get to speculate until we know everything, and I'm sure within the next 6 months we'll know everything
Yeah.
as far as power numbers.
Yeah, I don't
you
think
know,
they're
that
going to
sort
do a
of-
super thing. They're just going
yeah,
to be like, here it
It
is.
won't
All
be
right, just
too long.
get your deposits in.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we know a Nissan guy, too, that can get us one if we wanted one. To buy one.
Oh, we just want to drive for a week.
Yeah.
That's it for news. Anybody have any YouTubes?
Oh, yeah.
I have just two.
Let me do one that I'm sure you guys didn't do. Hoonigan's building a donk. I've talked about it. They're on like part 6 or 7. The newest one, they're installing a blower on it. It's funny. You get to see all those guys working. I mean, the previous one, they're putting springs on it, and the amount of guys that didn't know how to take springs off this car was amazing. They're all like long bars of metal, standing 7 feet away, trying to knock the spring out.
smacking it with a sledgehammer.
And the guy Soupy, who actually knows what he's doing, is just like, what's wrong with you fucking guys?
Yeah.
Like, there's 7 guys trying to get a spring out of... He's wonderful how pissed he is all the time. But anyways, they put the supercharger on it. About midway through, John Chase from Hoonigan gives like a brief history, like a minute history of superchargers.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is really cool.
Yeah.
Like it'd be worth watching just for that to see how well done it is. Because obviously I'm a history nerd, and to see it like by him, he's also a nerd for that kind of stuff.
Yep.
For him to do the supercharger history in like that minute and a half was super cool in the middle of an episode, which was entertaining and fun. They do great jobs with their videos. This donk, they put a parachute on it. You get to see them fab some stuff. They're all working on it because I don't think they have anything else to do.
Right.
So like
can't
Scotto,
travel anywhere,
they're
do
all
anything.
working on it. It's really fun. It's a fun video. The whole series has been fun. They're buying everything off eBay because they partner with eBay.
Yeah. They're
Oh,
building
it's
it for
better.
Scotto.
So everything's eBay. And like you can buy legitimate shit on eBay if I'm
Yeah,
being
yeah,
honest.
yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
buying the supercharger they bought is a legitimate blower.
Yeah. No, you can buy really cheap stuff.
Do you know what kind of supercharger it is?
Big one.
Big one? Is it like a Whipple or is it?
It's a root style big
Okay.
boy. It goes on top. I don't know. It has it like cast into the thing. Who
Mhm.
makes it? It's
Big old whiny boy.
I know the motor they're using, they got from eBay, and it's a blueprint motor,
yeah.
which is a really...
You can buy all sorts of
Yeah.
insane shit off eBay. So it's interesting because a lot of people, I think, myself included, like quickly are just like, yeah, eBay parts is bullshit. But you can buy some really nice stuff. There's some really legit vendors on there. So I liked it. I especially liked the John Chase history thing, but the relationship they all have, even like when that guy Dan, who's a great fabricator, comes in, is dealing with it's great. So very impressed with that video.
Tight.
Tight indeed.
Just a quick one. Check out Larry Casilla, Ammo NYC's. He did this like 45-minute long
Oh,
garage.
I watched it
I
today.
did watch that actually.
It's so good.
It's awesome.
I thought I knew
No,
because I followed along on Instagram and
Yeah.
his few little videos he would throw in there once in a while. Yeah, I knew nothing.
the
one-
amount of surprises he runs into, like when they rip the drywall down the first time, and
I laughed. I
all
was
the
like,
studs are metal.
and welded together.
It was like, well, this is the most solid building in the world.
Yeah.
Also, his build just doubled.
Yeah.
And because it was used for art, and
It was all heavy metal fabrication.
giant metal.
Like
fab.
those letters he showed, they weighed 12,000 pounds a piece.
Yeah, per.
So
And that explained why the garage door was gigantic.
Yeah.
such a super detailed look into it, and the building is so unique looking on the outside. It's really, really cool, man. I don't know. I was really into it when they were burning the wood floors to
That
like
was
bring out
super
the
cool.
grain. That was super cool. And they do it for a week. Like him building that shed like attached to the back of the building for his
The compressor.
compressor stuff makes me realize I
HVAC
should
stuff.
just build the shed in the back of my garage for that shit.
For the compressor, yeah.
But it's just having built a large garage recently, I can't even imagine the money he spent to build this place. But I mean, it is his it's his. That's
His
what he does.
livelihood.
Workplace,
So
right.
like to have a place like that, especially when it's so specified for what he does and so secure, and I mean just the 3-story things, man. The whole thing's magnificent.
Yeah, the open balcony thing the whole way up.
Yeah.
The custom doors, all the custom touches.
My
in
big
the whole
thing was
place.
the little cubby for the clear bra, the 3M like bra and clear wrap installation. There's a little cubby that you can't even see because it looks like it's part of the ceiling. He's just like, oh yeah, he opens the door. Oh
Okay.
yeah, I had this put here because it's actually part of the ventilation system because he needs it to stay at a certain temperature.
Oh, okay.
So it was just one little thing. He's like, and it also provides a good place to keep all this stuff. And it's just like
His vacuum install.
the way he thought
How
everything
cool
out.
is that?
I was just like, how can I do that? The
Yeah.
way he has the central,
central
vac,
vac, yeah.
spool out. Because
Yeah.
every time I use like I have a central vac set up in my garage.
Yeah.
It's like that big Hoover
Like garage
wall
vac.
mount thing, the
Yeah.
GUV. It's awesome. But every time I have to reel the thing in, I'm like, this is a bit of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And the way he just lets it go. What the fuck? That's
Yeah.
so cool. And the thing about, like, I don't like vloggy stuff a lot, but Larry comes across as such like a normal dude who's just so into it. I mean,
Yeah.
my wife and I were talking about, like, we watched one of his videos. He had like a separate he had a separate dryer for drying his
Yeah.
microfibers. And
Microfibers, yeah.
my wife and mother-in-law get such a kick out of that. He's just such a normal dude that's really doing what he loves, and it's working for him. And to be able to see someone like that that's busted their ass because he busts his ass.
Yes.
Then build this thing that's gonna. It's not only his dream garage. It's gonna make all this stuff so much better, and like just tie his life together. It's just so cool, man.
Video,
It is awesome.
video production, like just the way it's all set up.
I
It's perfect.
The whole
followed
thing's sick.
his first. He did like a test, like live stream. He was actually detailing the new JCW GP
Yep.
car, and it was like a test thing. And like he's got switches for switches cameras angles. He's got static cameras. He's got other cameras he can move and then
Yeah.
switch to that. I mean, there's no thought that hasn't been gone over 10 times over and refined. 3 of
Oh
those.
yeah, it's unbelievable.
And like the guy he hired, like the kind of build manager guy he hired,
Yeah.
that was just
Yeah.
like
his hockey
taking
friend.
everything to the next level.
Yeah,
Crazy.
super cool. So
Awesome.
But that was like 45 minutes. So I mean, you watch a few minutes here, a few minutes there. That pretty much ate up all my my YouTube time. Yeah.
I started to watch Harry's garage video of him taking the Project 8 to a small little hill climb event.
Oh, I watched that. It was so good. It is a
Oh.
perfect example of why I do not bring a lap timer to track night.
Yeah.
Because he's
So I
just
haven't finished
chasing
it.
the time, dude. And
I
it's
was
just
gonna
like,
say-
I mean, it doesn't wreck.
I haven't finished it, but he
That would be me. Be like, I got a little more time.
it's
left.
pretty
Yeah.
funny because he's pulling up to the starting line. He's obviously filming. He's talking to the camera. He's getting the Jag ready, putting in race mode, whatnot. He's paying attention to the flagger. He's got one hand on the wheel. He's putting it in launch mode, and he's ready because he's got his other hand
Hits
off.
the timer.
And he hits the time. Like when it goes green, he just does all 3 things at once, like hitting the timer, foot down on the pedal.
Good thing it
and-
was
and
straight
just-
for a little bit.
Yeah, so like it's just this thing every time he does this.
Yeah.
And then the first one he gets let's call it lap time, if you will, or climb time of 54 seconds. He's like, oh, that was slow.
Oh,
I
he's
gotta go
pumped.
back around. I gotta go back around. And then he does it again. He gets 51 seconds. All right, that was a little bit better. And then he gets out. Next time I go, it'll be even better. The first thing I got to eat a big lunch. So, so he has his lunch, and then he goes and starts to talk about some of the cars that are in the parking lot, which are just. I mean, he's the beginning of the video. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just driving, and there's a McLaren Senna GTR right behind me. I don't even know who it is. It's following
It's just
me to the
there.
track.
Yeah.
He's
So
like, who would have a blue one of these?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
and he's
this
just
guy.
like the number plate's off it, so I can't tell who owns it. It just like holy shit, man. And needless to say, it's a day at the hill climb track. I haven't even finished the video, and I'm already
It's like he's going for it. It's not like he's just having like the first ride's like kind of a nice ride up the hill,
Yeah.
faster than I could ever go up the hill.
Yeah. He's just having a day.
And at one point, he's looking at the G meter. He's like, "It's the first right. There's definitely some time left in there." And I was just like, "Oh no!" So like, that's how you go off.
and that's the best part about it. At one point, he says, hill climbs are the best because I can only blame myself because it's not like
When that
anybody
thing
else.
takes off, though,
oh,
it
man.
sounds so
It sounds
good.
like a rocket. Yeah.
Yeah, his final time was like, and that's in a 4-door. Like,
Just reminds me of how much I absolutely love those Project 8s.
yeah, he's a cool guy. It's funny because when he's driving up there, you can see the helmet in the back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't wear it.
Yeah.
I guess they don't make it wear it, which
Just
is
there.
Wait, really?
It's a
don't
private.
wear
It's
it.
a private hill climb.
Private hill climb day at a
Yeah.
private hill climb club. Which
I'd
I
probably
wish
wear
we
it
had
for
that.
my own concern. I just would, you know.
Now we're carrying a stack like that up the hill.
Yeah.
No, I would as well. I'd be
yeah,
like, you know what? I need a helmet.
Yeah, just in case.
There's a guy with a Ferrari like 250 short wheelbase hammering up.
Oh
there.
man, Ferrari 250 in blue. The funniest part, Harry's walking around the car, going over it, doing a brief video, and he's just like, "Oh, like the keys are in it."
Yeah, the keys are just sitting in it.
It's just he's like, "Oh, well, that's what kind of place this is."
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah, because that lunch he had was like a beautiful, like
Oh,
the
yeah,
whole
I'm
thing was
sure.
done so well.
it's a spread better than any food I've ever eaten. I'm
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, no, awesome video as usual from that guy. Love that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harry's
Top-
just
top
the
man.
boss.
Top of the cap to him.
Ben, you watch any YouTube videos? I know you do. What do you got?
Nothing really car related.
Not Pornhub,
No?
YouTube.
How to crip walk?
Yeah.
No.
Never
No.
gonna work. This thing's never
Well,
gonna work.
just there's one YouTube channel that I was watching. Audit the Audit. It's basically just going over
taxes.
like what your rights are when you have to deal with a police officer, and he goes over body cam footage of interactions that have happened, and like talks about what's done right and what's done wrong.
You gotta spend your time watching something else, my friend.
Big shout to
Are you
Toby.
Yeah.
prepping?
video.
No.
Are you prepping for something? My God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. With that said, you want to get into our main topic?
Come on, Ben.
We're only almost 2 hours in.
Damn, Ben, you're ready. You're ready for war out there. Shit.
Yeah, seriously.
I just want to know what I have the right to do when I.
Am I being detained? Am I free to go? That's all you need to know.
Just slow down.
Sir, why sir, why is there cake all over your windshield?
Yeah.
Son, I'm gonna have to ask you about the cake on the floor.
And why is there a naked homeless man in the back of your truck?
Yeah.
Well, that's very easy to explain. This truck is where he lives, and that cake was for him 6 months ago.
Main topic, gentlemen.
Yes.
It's the main topic. Main topic. Oh boy, this is going to be a fun one. So last week, while we were talking about something car related, we came up with and happened to spout off of things about 1989, and it's been an idea that we've kind of kicked around before. Of like, man, a lot of '89 cars, some owned in this room, and some just
Dreamt of.
dreamt of owning and just appreciated, if you will. So that leads us here to talk about the year that is 1989 in the automotive world. And I even have some other facts, i.e. random info, about 1989 in general. So, 1989.
Hell of a year.
What a
time.
year. President Ronald Reagan left office alive, even though he was elected in a year that ended in 0. Apparently that was a thing.
Oh.
The Cold War ended, and the Berlin Wall came down.
Lame.
The World Series earthquake struck the San Francisco Bay Area, and the Exxon Valdez disaster changed the oil industry forever. The FDA approved... Oh, we don't need that one. Oh, here's a good one. The Cosby Show was the most popular TV series. Batman
That's problematic.
Batman was the highest grossing film. The pilot episode of Seinfeld aired on NBC.
Oh, I'm finishing up my final season of Seinfeld.
The retail price for a gallon of gas averaged $1 even.
That'd be
Been there
nice.
before.
Pretty similar to 2020.
Yeah, I've been there.
I don't think I've ever seen.
Yeah,
gas
I've
that
never
cheap.
seen $1.
Really?
No.
The cheapest I've seen was this year.
I've seen $1.
Yeah, I vaguely remember it. Cheaper.
I think I saw $1.
I mean, I've seen $1 and change. I don't
I was
know.
at the gas station today.
Yeah.
Like normal was $2.08. Super was $2.85. I was like, I'm never coming to this gas station again. I was to put twice as much normal in the car.
Yeah. That's how it works.
I
Takes.
think so. Just more. I don't know.
So one car. Oh, actually, here's another little fact I wanted to toss in there. The Honda Accord was the nation's top-selling car for 1989, grabbing the #1 spot for the first time ever and surpassing sales of the #2 Ford Taurus by more than 14,600 units.
Pretty sure every year after that reigned the Toyota Camry.
Probably shortly
Camry
after
took
that.
over.
Yeah, very quickly
Yeah.
after that. So 1989, gentlemen. Let's talk cars of 1989. I have one on my list being the 1989 Mitsubishi Eclipse Turbo, or Plymouth Laser Turbo.
Plymouth Laser.
That was one of the top 10 cars of the year in 1989.
It was the old little DSM front engine, front wheel drive, 2x2 passenger, 3-door coupe with a base price of $13,000, going up to roughly $15,000. Turbocharged and intercooled dual overhead cam 2-liter 4-cylinder, making a whopping 190 horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
The old 4G63. That was the beginning of the end.
DSM, dude, should I modify?
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yep. I love them. I was talking to a buddy who's a big Evo fan. I was like, why do you need an Evo? They made it here. Plymouth Laser.
Don't mess with that. You can get way cheaper insurance if you get a Plymouth Laser.
Don't mess with that shit.
There was also the what was it, the Galant
VR4
hatch. It was the hatchback Galant.
There's Stereon.
It was like a 16 valve like Galant hatchback thing. Saw pictures of it floating around because when I'm thinking 1989, all these cars are popping in my head, and I'm writing them all down, or whatever. And then I think of like another cool car I saw, and I look it up, and like, lo and behold, it was manufactured in the year 1989 or sold in the year 1989. And I was like, shit, just further confirming 1989 was a fantastic year for vehicles.
Solid year for vehicles. I didn't do really a list of cars one by one, but I definitely have some highlights from 1989.
What do you got for highlights?
I was talking to L. Scott out there, and he reminded me that the Rally.
Yep.
Actually, I think it was Kev that reminded me. The Golf Rally, 1989.
Really? I didn't even.
Yep.
Wow.
Big
How
Dog
many
VW.
years? How many years was that made? Do we know?
Fuck the
Or is it
nobody.
I'm just curious. If
Scott's screaming in his stereo
Yeah,
right
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Uh,
I think it was made for at least a decade.
yeah. At the same time, the 16-valve GTI and 16-valve GLI were available, as well as the 16-valve Scirocco. And I believe the Corrado came on the scene at the exact same time.
Oh, wow.
So
That
we
was
got
a-
a lot of great happening and a lot of...
There's a Corrado that I pushed into my shop when I pushed out of the shop we took over.
Yep.
I pushed into the shop we took over.
Mhm.
I pushed into my old shop, push it out of my old shop. And the other day,
It was back.
I pushed it back into my previous shop.
Has it run in between at any
It's
point?
it's a different color, and I don't think it's run. Not consistently, anyway.
So I just pulled up the 1989 Mitsubishi Galant hatchback.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got. But I just have a picture. I just have a picture of it. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. I like the back of it.
In 1989, I had a little segment. If you were a hot boy in 1989,
Yep.
it was the time for you, because not only was it the last year of the Lamborghini Countach,
It's true.
it's the 25th anniversary Countach,
Oh,
Dutch.
and also Ferrari F40.
that was
The
the
Ferrari
year?
348 as well.
How are
which
you
is
gonna spend your money?
Beautiful. Those side slots on the car, like the... What do they call them?
348. There's a shitty 355.
It doesn't matter. It's fucking beautiful. It's such a good looking
It's the same
car.
body.
Of what? The 355?
348, 355. One just
Really?
had a bigger motor.
I'll have to look that up.
I think. I remember seeing a 348 parked right next to one of our booths.
Because I remember
It was the same as my buddy's
specifically like
355.
I like saw one day and I was like, okay, online. And I was like, okay, well, what is that? Like, I have to remember that because like I just love everything about that. All right, so 348.
But
okay,
quite a
that's
few
what it
Hot
looks
Boy
like.
options.
There were a lot out there. I mean, even if
Two
you
of the
were
hottest
to-
currently Hot Boy options.
the 355. That's what the 355 looks like.
Yep.
And then 348.
The slots.
Yeah. Have all the
Has
the
like
door.
Testarossa.
This is like the-
Yankees.
Yeah, the like the Magnum
Was
PI
The
style.
Testarossa was done by then, correct? I think it had just ended.
Testarossa. Let's get a quick little picture.
Also,
Crystal Pepsi came out the year after. But
oh,
what are you gonna do?
yeah, they were developing it.
Testarossa definitely better looking than 348. However, very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
88 was the last year for it, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Close.
So-
88 was a great year from
They like the design so much. They're like, oh, fuck it, we're gonna throw it on this.
We'll just throw it aside on this thing.
Yeah.
Also, one car that we don't really cover too much. We might have mentioned it on here before, but 1989 to 1991, the Alfa Romeo SZ.
I think you've brought that up.
Oh, we brought
before.
up the SE like not too long ago.
Yeah.
Good looking car.
Depends who you ask.
I think it's a beautiful looking car.
I think
for
it's
sure.
awesome looking.
There was one for sale. A young Ben found it on Craigslist. Looked totally legit.
Yeah. It was in
No, it was on
Jamaica in the
Facebook.
port.
On Facebook, yeah.
You got to wire transfer money that a man
he
would
was
come pick you up?
he was in the military, but
I think it was
He-
like 60.
no, it was more than that.
No, I'm pretty sure it was 60.
Was
Ben,
it?
if it was 60, buddy, you got to go buy it. It's a great buy at 60.
In at 60.
But on the topic of the Countach, the Lotus Esprit Turbo was also an 89.
Oh, that's a nice wedge of cheese right
That's
there,
a
just like the
good
Eclipse.
looking vehicle.
Yep.
That is a great looking vehicle there. That is something. It's timeless. No matter when you see one of those, you're like, yeah, that's a good looking car.
Ugh.
I don't know if I'd want to own one,
No, you definitely wouldn't.
but I want to look at one. I want to see one driving around. I maybe want to ride in one, but like, I don't think I want to own one.
No.
It's just the spirit of it, the kind of the aura it gives off.
Yeah.
It's special, you know.
Fire. It's called
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, it's called fire. It's heat.
That's
Fireball.
called a
Yeah.
fireball.
Thermal reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. I do like those a lot.
You know what else came out in '89? What else is a big car? One of the top cars in '89, the Acura Legend.
Yes.
Oh,
It was
man.
like is the top car of '89.
That's
Yeah,
like
which
that.
is one of the top cars. Period.
Dare I say car before its time?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
Was it Ludacris who had his
Ludicrous,
restored?
fully restored to
sees
new.
it.
Still
Yeah,
drives
still
it.
got it and still has like I forgot 300,000 miles on it
More
or
than
something,
that.
whatever it is.
I
yeah.
think it's like 500,000 right now.
Jesus
Also, if you
He
were
gave
not,
us it.
Taurus was big, but also Taurus SHO, the actual
show.
hot
Yes,
show was
please.
then. Yamaha motor.
The Taurus SHO was right in line with obviously the Fox Body Mustang of '89,
It's
clearly.
right, it's right there.
the Ford Bronco 2,
Yeah.
which is
Oh, number 2.
not as good as the Ford Bronco 1, the
But-
original,
but a
but
valiant effort.
Yeah.
but we can see why they stopped. And
Mustang 2 was
I
super
was gonna say,
successful as
just
well.
like
Yeah.
the Mustang too.
the 2, never so much.
Yeah.
And the 1989 Ford Festiva. I brought this up
Oh.
specifically because I owned one. This was technically my first vehicle.
Okay.
I never registered it, never insured it, but I drove the fucking wheels off the thing.
Perfect
That's how I
Festiva.
learned how to drive a manual and reject a carb.
Sounds very provident.
Sounds like you drove the clutch off that thing.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that bad. It was a
Perfect
few-
for a booster swap.
Yeah, it was very tiny, super cool car. And I regret like getting rid of it. I was like, this would be a cool car to like hold on to.
collector car, if you will.
No, like it'd be like comical.
Okay,
You know,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
comical thing. It's almost like the K truck of the United States. You know,
It is.
the engine is a little bigger. It was like a 1 liter.
Yeah, it's a big boy.
Yeah,
But,
it had,
1,000.
it had to be because it was going to be on the road with semis.
But the show is the most important out of that bunch for sure.
Yeah.
So, boys, I did a little reach out to the heavens, to the God himself, Bartholomew Sloan.
Oh.
Bartholomew.
And I was asking, I was like, dear Brett,
Yeah.
please answer my prayers.
Please, sir.
you-
Shouts to the new inventory he has.
Oh, that turbo!
My
He's
God.
guys, don't. He's put it aside for me. He's put it aside for me. The black on black 964 36
25
turbo.
years, you'll be able to go
I
pick
was,
it up.
I was just going to say the 30-year fix.
Hopefully, there's hyperinflation so he
Yeah.
can come up with the kind of money he needs. So, anyways, I sent a prayer, a message in a bottle, if you will, to Bartholomew Sloan from Sloan Motors on the Instagrams, and it was like, "Hey, Brett, we're talking about 1989 because it is super tight.
Yeah.
Rather than do my own research, I'm asking if you could tell me, and if the boys ask, please give them fake information." So he said the following cars were built by Porsche in 1989 because they wanted to build up capital to finance the 964. So when you're trying to build up capital, you're doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
And then he wrote, 1989 was a crazy year for
You're
Porsche.
throwing pasta at the wall to see if it sticks.
Exactly. Let's see if she sticks, baby. No hot sauce. Sorry, Ben was leaving. Okay, so number 1, he gave me 5 points passed down. It was on a tablet, actually, a tablet I found
Yeah.
on top of a mountain. Last year for the slant nose.
Oh,
Oh,
That's right, boys.
speak to me.
Give it a second.
I'm a slant nosed man
untangle your
through and
pants.
through.
yeah. That's still
If I ever hit
still
it big,
going, still going.
Seriously, if I ever hit it big, Brett's gonna be the first person I call because I got the real phone number, not the secondary phone
That's
number.
going to be
yeah,
a
you got the
problem.
bat line.
It's
I
going
get
to
the
be a
bat
problem
line.
if we ever hit it big because all three of us are going to call him at the exact same
Yeah.
time.
And I'd be like, Brett, I need a white slant nose.
And I'm gonna be like,
Oh.
Brett, I need the white slant nose Corey wants,
Yeah.
but I'll give you more money.
Yeah.
I need anything in pink.
Anything in pink.
Anything in pink.
Call someone that can finance me.
Yeah.
Because I'm
What
still not
side?
spending the money. Number 2, they built the Speedster. Is the first time they built the Speedster since the 1950s.
Wow. Okay.
Number 3, 911 turbo with a 5-speed transmission. Only 600 coupes built for the world. The only year with a 5-speed.
Crazy,
So they're
right?
pasta
Crazy.
at the wall. They're throwing everything out there. This is 89. This is Porsche territory. This is what we're talking
Before
about.
that, it was a 4-speed with just an unsurmountable amount of turbo lag.
The old put you in the wall turbo.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing. Here we go.
Man, the make a sandwich turbo.
Yeah.
Number 4, the Club Sport model was built. There were only 7 built for the U.S.
Ooh.
So if you want to get a Club Sport, that was your year.
7.
7, lucky 7.
Is there
Lucky.
a number after that 7? Like 7D? 7?
For the U.S., 7.
7. Okay.
7. I'm
7.
sure those things trade
Does
very
he know
cheap.
where they all are?
He's probably all in his shop. And then finally, boys, the most glorious achievement of Porsche, because we're talking to Brett.
Yep.
In 1989, the 944 Turbo, which got the same engine as the 944 Turbo S. And it was the last year for the 944 Turbo.
Which
But the normal Turbo got the S
I
motor.
think is a good looking car.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. The Turbo S.
It looks just like an RX-7.
Yeah, speaking of which, FCRX7, 89.
Is that
89er.
89 as well?
89.
They must have used the leftover 944 chassis. But big year for Porsche.
I know
And thank you, Brett.
Jerry Seinfeld is a huge fan of that specific 944 Turbo S like weird thing last year. Many moons ago, he was on Spike's little podcast talking about
Talking
it.
about how much you liked it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's interesting that it was such a big year for Porsche because that's a lot of spicy meatballs.
One of those in white too.
I like white cars,
It's really growing on, especially in the coupe form.
yeah,
especially in the how much you don't have to clean them for them to look fine for them.
yeah. The
And
white
Wes,
cars
well,
are great.
The only problem is the oxidization, as we talked. But there's a thing. Remember the spray that you can get because of the little rust spots. That's my only.
Have you oxidized a bunch of cars?
Well, no, because
You
even
get
the Mark
you get
7,
fallout from the road.
Yeah, the
okay,
yeah.
just that sort of it just annoys me, especially
You got to
some
use the
things like
old cars with the old lead paint on it. Not a problem.
It's just
yeah.
not even
It's not as porous.
Yeah, it's hurting the road.
I was
Um,
talking about some lead slingers today at
A
work.
boot.
1989 brought you the E34 M5,
Oh,
Ooh.
which then paved the way
sup, girl.
for the Alpina B10 bi-turbo,
Oh, B10.
which is the daddy variant of the E34 M5.
Just,
Yeah.
just like Chuck said, Daddy earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, daddy.
But at the same time, you also got the 190 Cosworth,
And at the same time,
2.5.
you could purchase the E30 M3.
Yep.
Second year. You couldn't purchase the E28 M5 not in America.
Not in America.
The 6 was available, I believe, in 89. There's a lot of hot boy options out there.
It was a lot.
1989 saw the launch of the Mazda MX-5.
No way.
Is that it hit U.S. soil in 89?
I don't know
with a
if it
launch?
hit
Okay,
US
so
Me
the-
at the
soil.
top.
Yeah, I don't have all the info to go. If it showed it, I don't think it hit U.S. soil because it's called the MX-5 because wasn't it Miata actually here?
Yeah, but it
Before,
doesn't
yes.
matter. It happened.
But right, it was there. It was on
Yeah.
this earth.
In 1989, Aston Martin produced some crap.
the Viagra. They put out the Viagra.
The Viagra.
Oh, the Virage.
Is this
Josh, that is exactly what I'm about to bring up right now.
Please do.
G-Body was done in 1988, which made me sad because I really wanted to bring up the GNX.
Yeah.
But that was 88.
I know I kept searching it different
I did
ways,
too,
hoping I'd get a
shit.
different answer.
Like, no, not the second gen Regal.
Yeah, maybe if I call it this, it was made in 89.
No.
Never. The Lancia Delta Integrale, 16 valve. It was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful car. Boxy is beautiful. Bold is beautiful.
Oh fuck, we need to make that a shirt.
Boxy is
Boxy
beautiful.
is
Boxy is beautiful.
beautiful.
Done.
Oh.
It's happening.
And
Yeah.
just do some
Josh,
fat
can
old
you
cars.
bleep this whole thing out and then work on just kind of a mock-up for pre-order tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just dump this whole portion of the
yeah,
podcast.
yeah. We'll have something tomorrow.
Yeah. No, we seriously do because that's actually something that was gonna.
Yeah, someone's gonna steal
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, internet.
God damn it, we shouldn't even. I don't even know what we do. We're stuck.
Josh has
What
posted
do you
it.
mean? You have to edit this anyway.
Josh just posted it in the chat room.
I
That's
did.
what he's not telling
No,
you.
what the fuck?
No, I posted there so I remember.
You put it in the
Uh,
chat room?
Yeah.
Oh
And I'm
my
gonna-
god, the shirts are probably in production now.
Yeah. The 4 people are in there. Don't steal it.
Yeah, it's a light room, boys.
But 1989 also brought me something that I love, which is a Honda CRX SI.
Oh, so good.
Every time I see these things on the road, I don't give a fuck how much of it is missing because of rust.
Mm-hmm.
I love them. I get so excited every single time I see a CRX. It doesn't have to be an SI. It doesn't matter what it is.
Doesn't hurt though.
No, it would be amazing to see the SI. You don't often see it, but I get so excited over seeing the CRX. It's like, here's a roof, here's the back glass, we're done.
Yeah,
That's
and
it.
the car.
Hard line going down the back of the car.
We didn't got time for this shit.
Yeah, we're done designing. It's going out.
Appreciate
That's
you
it.
coming out and buying it.
It's just a beautiful car, and it's super tiny. And you see them modified in such a wide array. Even since they've come out, you see them modified from like the fullest tilt to this CRX has more weight and speakers in it in lights than it does
Best ones.
Yeah.
the actual body weight of the vehicle.
Yep.
And everything in between. I mean, Boston George.
Boston George.
It's not even fair. It's not even fair.
Come on.
He posted a picture of the car. Someone had the balls to ask him if they would sell it. He had a respectable answer, which I probably wouldn't have had the same. But, like, that car is just,
How dare you?
yeah.
How dare you?
Boys, I might be a little biased.
Hold on.
But-
Is it
The greatest car to come out in 1989 was
Okay.
obviously
okay.
the first R32 Nissan GTR
I'm
Skyline.
looking on
Okay.
his
I
screen
have
over
it
here for the
literally-
past 5
I have
minutes.
it pulled up here.
It's the first one.
And 1989 was a busy year for Nissan.
It
Not
was
only
beginning
did
to the end
they
of all the other
relaunched
tuners.
the 300ZX, but they also gave the world the Nissan Skyline GTR. Nissan Skyline GTR came with a twin turbocharged 2.6 liter engine. Thus, the RB was born.
I'm not going to say the U.S. got the shaft because they launched the 300ZX the same year,
Yeah.
but we got the shaft.
Because they
like,
lost.
hard.
There was a coin toss.
Yep, we lost.
The U.S. called it in the air.
Yeah,
Didn't go well.
no, cold wrong.
Yeah.
But that's a big deal.
I talk about a futuristic car in 89.
I was just going to say, yeah.
I often say, like, even stock, this car must have been a spaceship in 1989. It has
Yeah.
auto climate control, four-wheel steering. Like, Japan was owning our face.
I
in
mean, you and I
1989.
talk about it all the time when we're in your garage, and you look at the 89 M3. It has twist knobs for climate control that are a suggestion. Whatever,
rear-wheel drive,
rear-wheel drive, like nothing else in the car, which, I mean, that's its purpose.
four-cylinder.
And then you look at the GTR, and you're like, this
Spaceship.
thing is truly a spaceship from the exact same,
Twin-turbo
Yeah.
all-wheel steering, automatic climate,
yeah. Power everything inside.
power everything,
Rear-wheel steer, do you say that?
rear steer, cheaper than the M3.
It just doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't.
What the fuck?
Does not compute.
What are you
right.
guys doing?
Right.
Yeah.
It does not compute. What is happening?
Yeah.
All-wheel drive. Yeah, just like crazy things. Crazy
Uh,
things.
Yeah, they were ahead of their time there. I think they're obviously still ahead of their time. They probably always will be with that particular car.
Yeah.
The last I have on my list is something that, I could actually picture myself owning one of these things one day.
Uh-oh.
I'm not a man of great taste. But the Saab 900 Turbo S. It is an awesome, awesome, awesome looking car. You can make them, let's call it quick.
That's
Certainly
a
not
Swedish
fast.
car company, right?
It is.
Saab.
Yeah, Saab 900 Turbo S. I think what attracts me to them is that people often put louvers on the rear window.
Oh, yeah.
I do have to agree.
This is something
This
I can
is-
truly picture myself having just a great weekend broken down on the side of the road.
Just sitting next to it on the
Yeah.
side of the
You
highway.
could make it look really cool as you're stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what people would think when they're driving by?
That thing looks awesome.
Yeah. I'm glad he owns it, so I don't have to.
That thing looks awesome. The poor fool.
Yeah.
God, that doctor's daughter is weird looking.
Yeah. He's got real short hair. I think it's a
2020.
super cool looking car.
It is a cool looking car.
I think it's one that you could certainly have a lot of fun in and would bring you a lot of smiles. It's certainly something when you park it, you turn around and look back at it.
Be great to get parts for. I know nothing about Saabs at all.
My dad,
Except that
Neither
some
do
of
I.
them may be fast.
my dad, huge Saab fan.
So you
Really?
Saabs
Loved
guy.
his Saab.
Big
Yeah.
shout.
Then he blew it up.
Yeah.
Sounds like a real big Saab guy.
It's
Actually.
right
Yeah.
there. There were 202 cars produced in 1989.
I
Total?
scrolled through this for fun.
This is amazing. There's a website, ranker.com, and then you can actually find if you search.
Rank her.
No, not
Yeah.
rank her. Rank
Different
her.
site.
Yeah, it's completely different. Not meatspin.com either. Ranker.com,
Damn.
where you can actually go to a list of all cars made in different years. So, i.e., 1989. There are 202 made in 1989. And I mean, I'm just scrolling down, and there are just some amazing ones that we've missed, I'm sure. But like 1989 Pontiac Turbo Firefly,
The Nissan POW.
Nissan
Oh, the
POW.
POW.
It just, I mean, let me go back up to the P's here, but there's just so many different Oh, here we go. 1989 Pontiac Le Mans sedan.
Yeah.
Oh, the lemons.
She's certainly not pretty.
No, matching, color matched red wheels. There's just endless amount. This is a great list, and it's really funny to look at. Oh my God, it's just called 1989 Subaru hatchback. Is what this list says.
It's weird because that list
that's a Leon.
required a lot of effort to put together, but there's a lot of like
mistakes.
Yeah.
Subaru Justy hatchback.
Mitsubishi had a van. Actually, shout out to Strobel because Strobel I think had like 2 or 3 of these fucking things.
Delcias? Were they Delcias or
No,
something?
it's weird. It was
Dancia,
kind of like
Dance with her.
pointy in front. It's a super cool, like quirky looking van. He had a few of them, but that was from 1989 as well.
I didn't know they made a GTI version of the Suzuki Swift hatchback.
A GTI version?
GTI version.
Diesel Dave. 1989 was the first year for the 6BT Cummins and the Dodge. End topic.
Well, that would be why he has his Instagram name Diesel Dave.
Yeah, there you go.
Right there with it.
Shouts to him.
But yes. Oh man, there's so much good stuff in 1989. What a year.
What a year.
What a year. Let's see. I don't even know how old
Remember
I
it
was.
like it was yesterday.
I was going to say I vaguely remember it.
Yeah.
Let me see here. I would have
When did Ninja Turtles come out?
probably around that time. Let's see. Ninja Turtles cartoon. That would have been. Where's my Wikipedia here? Ooh, 1987.
How about Pete and Pete?
I don't know.
Big shout out to one of the
I
Pete's.
feel like
Went to
that's a
school
little bit
with
later.
him.
I feel like that was a little later in my Nickelodeon life.
I went to school with one of the Pete's. Little Pete.
Those weird looking things.
Yeah, isn't that a Delcia or something?
Oh yeah, no, I guess technically it's a Delica.
Delica.
Thing.
Delicioso.
I thought it was called something different here because they also are Delicas there, but I guess it's the same all around.
Beautiful.
Doesn't matter where you're from.
The list is endless of
89.
89.
Yeah, find us a finer year to buy cars
Yeah.
in 1989.
Please.
Also, you got to remember, like, all the E30s were available. There's
Yeah.
a lot of fun shit we like. What was Nissan doing besides the greatest car they ever built in 1989? Were they doing
300ZX here.
Oh yeah, never mind. 300. Okay.
Yeah. So it was.
They can't win 'em all.
Again, we
Yeah,
could
what
shaft
did
it.
what did
We
their
just-
like dealership lots look like?
Were 280s out at that point?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
so I know
280s
like
were
240s or
70s.
70 something.
So 280s were like late 80s cars?
Probably, 'cause I don't think the 300ZX and the 280 were on
Is
the,
that the
on the floor
really
at the same time.
Ugly Z cars? Or was it just, yeah, you're right. The 300ZX was the Z car. I mean, I like them.
Yeah.
The way they look. I like it the way they look.
No, it's going to be
However,
difficult to find.
I don't like it the way that engine bay looks.
No, definitely not. And you
Unless you got
look at
baby hands.
a lot of the ones that are still roaming around are either by sheer luck or engine swaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's baby hands only.
Yeah. Nissan, let's see. Josh, you trying to look this up too at the same time?
Yeah, I'm trying to hit
Oh.
I think I got it.
No,
here.
young Ben. That's what happens, guys. Falls off the rails without him.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
That's in case anyone ever noticed he left.
It looks
15
like
minutes
they
ago.
had the Peo, S-Cargo, Fairlady Z300ZX, Skyline GTR, Sylvia K, which that would be, what, S13?
Mm-hmm.
And then the 300ZX twin turbo.
So what
At
was
least that's
actually
what's
in the
listed,
U.S.?
but yeah,
what was
what,
on there?
what the hell was in the U.S.?
300ZX.
It was just straight cars.
Right, so there was
We
not.
didn't have
yeah,
SUVs then.
and I
Cross Cabriolet. I think the 350Z came out then, and the R35 GTR, I believe.
Yeah.
Is that 89?
It's 89.
Never mind. We love it.
Love
And
the
then a
news.
few years later, in
Oh, that
2008, the 370Z came out.
Let's see. I just want to look for my curiosity. Nissan sales in 1989. Of course, it's going to take.
Big shout out to Kelvin again,
More
who
time
told us
than I
he
wanted.
loved Spotify podcasts.
Did he?
Yeah, I think I can't disagree with us anymore, you know?
Yeah. Well,
Corey spent a whole
film.
podcast telling about how much they suck.
Yeah, I just was bitching at it actually on the drive over.
And he
here.
was like, it's so good. I listen to you guys on it all the time.
yeah, well, I'm happy it worked for him.
Yeah. Hey.
It's been giving me trouble. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I get like a podcast in and it just randomly quits. It just stops.
Mine is just it just buffers.
Yeah,
I haven't any waste of my time.
Yeah,
Just
so
really
I have
just
to
stops.
close the app, reopen it.
John Orr, Michael Keaton, Batmobile, 1989.
Bingo. Yeah. Well, Michael. Yeah, the Batman. That was the biggest movie
Yeah.
in that year, and
Didn't they have like the Bat Whopper at McDonald's too?
I'm sure they did. Yeah.
They got the
It was
Travis
it was
Scott
like a,
meal
it was
now.
like a triple Whopper.
Bat time on this Bat channel.
Do they have wrap meals now?
Yeah, Travis Scott's got a
Oh yeah. I
shout out
heard-
to him for buying a $250,000 E30M.
I heard that's
That's the worst $250,000
really,
history.
really setting that market value for everybody else. What is it? What are you gonna say? I'm a tiger or something?
What?
There's so like
It's lit. I don't know. I
to
really
order-
don't know.
Wait, what is it? What is it?
there's like a thing. Hold on,
Like
hold
a
on.
fucking quarter pounder with a fucking medium fry and a Sprite or some bullshit. Do you
Why
pull
don't
some
you
lean
just
in?
order that shit?
I don't know.
You gotta. Apparently, you gotta tell him
I'm a tiger daddy.
Cactus Jack sent me.
Yeah, Cactus Jack sent you.
And-
Cactus Jack, like the wrestler.
I wish.
Yeah, but then you're gonna get the manimal claw when you pull up.
Yeah.
so apparently,
Getting hit with a 2x4 wrapped in barbed wire.
this is multiple people have been trying this, and this is just stuff.
We should have told Young Ben to do it at the
I've
shawarma
picked
spot.
up on Twitter. Going to McDonald's, going up to the window, drive-through, etc. Cactus Jack sent me, and expecting somebody on the other side to oblige and go through with the whole riffraff of this insanity, and they just go like, okay,
Yeah.
Is-
Is there more
Can I help you?
riffraff than
Like-
Cactus Jack?
I don't know. That's my extent of it, but
I don't even know who this person is.
I only know who he is because he bought the 30M3.
Right. That's the only thing I know about
Yeah,
him.
that's it. That's all I know. Oh, and he
Someone at
also
work-
paid for it in straight cash.
Someone at work tried to like play a song for me. I was like, you have to turn that off right now.
Yeah.
Because that is terrible.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Only for Dolphins to drop.
yeah, I'd have to. There's this.
He did like a surprise concert at a fucking McDonald's. People went fucking buck wild.
Yeah,
It's not good out there, ladies and gentlemen.
not good. Not
It's
good.
not good.
Stay in your homes.
We're doing our best here.
Just trying to get a medium fry.
Yeah. We're doing our best.
Oh,
I can only do so much.
bring back the McRib. Enough of this bullshit.
I was watching a video. There was a video out. I was watching the new Grubby Martinez.
Yes.
If you're not looking at Stevie World's YouTube, I don't know what you're doing. Steve hangs out with Jimmy and Jesse, aka Grubby Martinez, and Jimmy O, and he's been putting out videos. I've heard I may make one, maybe the next one. Very excited for it. But I was watching it, and I was watching our friend Grubby Martinez, and in the corner it had a picture of. It was a video called making the video of Shaggy. It wasn't me. The story of it.
Yeah.
No word of a lie, Grubby looks just like him.
Really? Dude, just like Shaggy?
Just like Shaggy in that time period.
Yeah.
I mean, very strong look. Jesse looks just like him. God bless him. He's the god out there. Big shout to Grubby Martinez on
That's
Insta
hilarious.
and Stevie World. Really interesting and funny videos from a local source. So I told him he should come check out the place once we get it done.
Yeah,
That'd be
once it's
a
all-
wild video to put out.
It'd be cool for sure. I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it. No
I
questions,
think,
please.
oh Jesus Christ! I forgot about the questions. Holy
Exactly.
smokes!
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, 2:17. We get time. We'll wait for
Now
that.
217.
Yeah.
I can't let these people get off with an easy one.
Yeah, we've all been here before. All right, let's go to questions. So
Hungry as hell today, man. I don't know why.
let me go.
Oh, yeah.
Let me go here. See all. All right, here
Is
we
he
go.
getting us mozzarella
We'll
sticks?
kind of do
Send him
rapid
back.
fire. No, he already paid too. I can see.
Son of a bitch.
Garrett Lee,
Garrett Lee.
393.
393.
Shouts to Garrett.
Big shout.
Favorite non-car related movie? It's a very tough one.
Interstellar.
There's so many.
The Goonies.
Predator,
Wow.
Die Hard,
Jesus.
I'm at the point. I can't.
Wow.
Shawshank Redemption,
Wow, that's a good one. Shawshank's great.
Little Giants.
Interstellar was always like a favorite movie of mine, and like having kids now watching it's fucking tough, dude.
it.
I've become such a little bitch watching that movie.
I've wanted to watch
Look,
it.
it's his daughter. She's older than him.
I've
Turn
wanted.
it off. Stop. Baby, turn it off.
So I wanted to watch it, and
Dude,
you
it's
said
so good. It's so
you
it's
said
still
that,
great.
and I'm just like, I don't.
It's only at the end. Just like go to the
Oh,
bathroom.
I'll just cut it off. Yeah, I'll just cut it off. I'll stop
No,
it.
it's my favorite movie.
20 minutes to go.
Before that, it was oh my god, horror movie Hotel Colorado. Yeah, I'm doing a great job here.
Yeah, no, I know exactly.
Classic.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Psycho?
Stephen King.
It was
Holy
directed by my
shit, dude.
favorite director,
Oh my God, the Red Rum.
Shining.
The Shining.
Yes.
The
Okay.
Shining.
Jesus Christ,
Boy,
I
you
can-
trying to get sued?
I'm literally
the
the
Shining.
movie is replaying in my head.
I can
as
see
a-
every scene.
Okay.
I love that movie. I'm not a big horror movie guy. It's one of my favorite movies ever, but Interstellar took it, man. Especially
stuff.
being a dad. It's-
Who's
Who's cutting onions?
I also
I gotta
do. I also do. Hands down, one of my favorite movies, Rad.
Predator.
The movie Rad.
Predator.
I see that you get the rad sticker out there, right?
There's
On
a
the-
Rad sticker out there, and I also have a Rad tattoo.
I refuse that.
Literally.
Predator's my favorite answer.
Yeah.
I mean, Predator.
Isn't it the robot laugh?
Oh
at
no,
the
yeah,
end?
at the end. And then Dylan, you son of a
You
bitch.
son of a
The
bitch.
best handshake ever known to
Oh,
man.
super
Just a
strong.
solid minute and a half of just bicep flex.
Oily by
Oily bicep flex. That's how I like to shake my hands. Underscore
allowed.
Michael John.
Michael John.
The Z Proto
Two
looks
first
like
names.
Scion and Tesla. Oh my god!
Shut your whore mouth.
Did something.
Involving butts.
No.
What?
I mean,
I think it's more of an
everything. It draws.
Aston-y feel from the side.
It looks at times. It looks like Jaguar F-Type. In certain angles, it looks like a Mustang.
It looks great for anything Nissan's done recently,
Yeah.
for being honest.
Yeah, yeah.
I love the R35, though. I think we should put that out there. All
Shouts,
love it.
Shouts Kelvin and his donuts. Let's see. Dead Broke and Butt Ugly.
Tonga.
Shouts to Tonga if he's still on the chat there.
He passed out hours ago.
Josh, what was your favorite shoot from this magazine and why? Any video interviews planned? Yes, video interviews coming. Nothing definitively planned, but I have a whole fucking running list of ones that I'd like to shoot. I got to find some time. Favorite shoot of this magazine? I don't know. I don't know if there is a favorite one. I mean, yeah, maybe there is.
You can't pick a favorite.
It's tough to pick a favorite, but a culmination of, I guess, hard work of the past 2 years and us really, yelling at Toyota every chance we got to
Oh, that
finally
was
get a
just a fun
Supra
day.
and finally be able to I think that was a pretty good one. It's just like, all right, yeah, this is something we kind of set our a goal to, if you will, and it happened. So that was a pretty fun one. JH_creative.
JH
Will
creative.
Nissan grills become the new BMW grills by looking like blow up dolls' mouths gaping?
No, they're going to fix it before it comes out.
Yeah,
I almost think
I
it's
think there'll
like-
be a change.
It's like what it would look like if you took the grill off the car.
Also, it's like 1,000 times less offensive than the BMW grill.
Yeah.
I'll take rectangle grill all day.
Yeah, yeah. If I gotta live with that, I'll live with that.
It's black.
Before
It
yeah.
just
Yeah, it's
disappears. Where the BMW ones are like giant
I
chrome,
honestly-
like
When I first saw it, I didn't even think about it. I was like, okay, front of a Z.
yeah.
And then I saw like the memes, and I was like, okay, I get it. It's a big rectangle, but still doesn't bother me.
S14 OCP
It's 14 OCP.
debumpered Mark 1's opinions.
No, absolutely not.
No.
No.
Supras?
Hard pass. Yeah. No.
You
You know what? I'll go one step further. U.S. bumpers with compressed struts on them. I did take those over the Euro bumpers too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Supras?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
The chat's gonna blow up.
Yeah.
Rado Blues.
Rado Blues.
R32?
Shout out to Rado Blues.
Who
Shout out to
is
Sven.
Joe Rogan's best guess? He just writes Joey Diaz for me.
Billy Corgan.
Joey Diaz is good. Joey Diaz is good, but sometimes he's like really hard to understand.
I tell you one thing. The hardest I've laughed
Yeah.
has been from Joey Diaz on that podcast.
I honestly, Billy Corgan was the most surprising thing. And it's funny because I listened to that interview and I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm going to listen to Smashing Pumpkins. Those albums must be fine.
Yeah.
Not good.
Not great.
Really bad.
I never get into them at all.
Well, you should listen to 1979. This is what our thing was named after there.
I just have to bring it up
He sings like Steve Urkel.
because it's one of the best things I've ever heard. Joey Diaz on the Joe Rogan podcast, there's literally like 3 seconds of silence, and you just hear in the background And then Joey Diaz just goes, "I'm sorry, I fought at Joe Rogan." And it's one of the
Yeah,
best.
he always calls him Joe Rogan. It's always Joe Rogan.
It's just,
First and last name.
oh, just everything. His breathing.
The most
everything.
recent Bill Burr episode is really good. Joe knows Bill so well; he knows exactly
Triggers.
where to poke
Yeah.
to kind of get the ball moving.
Yeah.
The best guest he ever had was Anthony Bourdain. I still love that
Yeah.
episode. It's my
Yeah.
favorite episode.
It's one of my favorite
Rest in
people.
peace. That
ever.
guy was the best.
On that somber note, Artie Woo Cakes.
Artie Woo Cakes.
Why does the new Z look like the robot made from the Jetsons? It actually kind of does.
Yeah, it kind of does.
I can't picture. Let me see. Let me Google.
I've always been very attracted to that robot. I think she had the Tesla voice. Yes, Daddy.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I get it. She's got a rectangular mouth.
Hello, Daddy.
That's what really draws people in.
It gets me there.
Let's see. Wuko_VW
Wuko
just writes, viewer input for that person who's looking for a good daily driver. Golf Sport Wagon DSG 4Motion, worth it. Okay.
Not a fit.
Yeah, I mean, I think your buddy, your money would be better spent getting a Honda Fit equivalent of the money range, because you can buy a lot more of a Honda Fit than.
So it was.
The wagon's cool.
It
don't
was
get
a
me wrong.
Golf. Was it diesel?
Golf Sport Wagon. No.
Oh, well, that's good. That's a start.
Yeah,
We're
Yeah,
going
it's-
in the right direction.
It's probably whatever.
What's a
2-liter
Golf
turbo.
Sport Wagon cost? Is that new?
they range.
They don't make them anymore, I don't believe. I
Yeah.
think they killed that,
I
unfortunately.
mean, I do like that it's a wagon.
It's a wagon. It's a long boy. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a
I mean,
legitimate
there's-
wagon.
There was a white one loaded for sale for like mid-30s or something not too long. It was obviously used, but the thing was
I got a BMW 3 Series GT for so little money,
For
it's crazy.
that it's not
so
even- yeah.
they're
Yeah.
really cheap. So I don't know. Try them both.
West Beach Willie. West Beach Willie.
West Beach Willie.
All right.
It just writes, Revival has entered Le Mans. Which of your cars would you drive, and would you make it to the checkered flag?
Which one will we drive?
I would drive my Explorer,
That'd make it.
because if we're talking endurance race, it's the only thing that
It's the only thing that's
that
gonna make
most
it.
likely would. I'd have no brakes, I'm sure, but
Yeah,
Yeah, I think my Acti would make it.
your Acti would probably make it long
Acti
term.
would make it.
yeah, this is
My F10 definitely wouldn't. Shit hardly been out of the parking lot.
got to do 24 hours here. So, let me see. Let me skip around.
Jumping around.
Ronan _H21.
Ronan H21.
Why do I find myself wanting an Audi A2 all of a sudden?
Because we can't have them.
Yeah, well, if anything you can't have, that's what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he can have them.
He can
Yeah.
have them there.
I don't know. I don't know anything about them. Buy one. You know how much I love Audis, Ronan.
It's like a GTI.
Is it?
It's like small. That's what I'm saying. Just size wise, it's small.
I saw an A1 once.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
it was cool.
Yeah.
Jake _MX5. Will the magazine come sealed with a kiss from young Ben?
Yes.
Sure.
He kisses
arrange
all
that.
of them.
I'd-
We got to have a release party, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Jake _MX5 again. Supra
MX5.
C8 400Z. Which one you taking? C8.
Super C8. It depends on the 400Z.
Based off what we know, I mean, I'd probably go 400Z.
Yeah, but there's still something with Vet that makes me not want it.
It's big.
It is big.
I
It is cool looking. If
Like
I could
big,
go, but if I could go
girthy.
white with blue interior with the little lip spoiler on the back,
I think you
Mhm.
can.
it'd be hard for me to say no.
Yeah.
I think I already answered that one. Oh, shouts to Derek. Life, love,
Derek.
no regret. Why don't enthusiasts wave to each other anymore? I've been ignored so many times.
So whenever I see a car that I think is cool on the road, I like freak out, wave at them, thumbs up, the whole nine.
Yeah.
Rarely do I ever get anyone who acknowledges me. I was driving in Seekonk, maybe. I was driving around, and there was an older dude driving a red second gen, so I guess technically Mark II Scirocco. And it had the full lip kit on it and everything like that. And like, it wasn't the greatest condition, but he was driving it. I could hear it.
Yep.
And I followed him, right? Until we finally got to 2-lane road, and I pulled up alongside of him. And I was like, oh, shit, this guy's really old. He's going to think I'm a fucking weirdo. So I give him like a thumbs up or whatever. He rolls down his window. And he's like, oh, man, it feels great to be out driving. I was
You
like,
want to run your wimp?
yeah. And I was like, oh, this fucking guy's awesome, man. He's But younger people, dude, you get such weird looks. It's
Right,
like, oh my
right.
God, human interaction?
Yeah.
Like, how fucking dare you?
Yeah.
You know
like
what
my
I
Instagram post, though.
Why didn't you text me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Please, Charles. You
Yeah.
know what I do? I hit everyone with the hang loose.
The hang loose.
And the
I
hang
use
loose
thumbs up.
goes over good.
Oh, maybe thumbs up means something bad. I
Try
don't
the
know.
hang loose. Yeah,
The
it means
hang
you're a
loose?
swinger.
Oh, all right. Well, but I'm going to throw the hang loose in one and the thumbs up in the other. Yeah.
That's something different. That's a lot different.
Yeah, I do hang loose.
Yeah.
It tends to go over pretty well.
Yeah.
I can see that one. Yeah.
Just hang loose
Yeah.
in
I
them?
figured a thumbs up and a friendly smile would go a long way.
Yeah. No, they just think
Oh, it goes a long way.
they just think you're Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
A couple more. Jock and Jake B.
Jock and Jake P.
There should be a special place in hell for people who put mayo on Italian subs.
Oh, my God. Why would you even utter that on the podcast?
Yeah.
If there's ever a question to skip, it's that one.
And last
Mayo
but not
on it.
least,
Ugh.
Ben Jarmin. How much better
things
is the
spin.
back of the newsies than the front?
A lot. Oh, I got
would
one.
agree.
John Orr, as resident professional ballet dancer, it's a callback of the Revival Motoring Commentariat. Ooh, it's ballerino, not Bellini. A man ballerina.
Oh, okay. Ballerino. Hey,
Baller-
ballerino.
When were we talking about
We
that?
talked about it. We were making
there was
fun of.
some reference.
I
of
think we're
ballet.
talking about food, which never happens on this podcast.
Yeah.
And we ended up calling someone a Bellini. But I think that's like a shirt that young Ben wears.
Oh, it was a pastry, another word for a pancake.
Oh,
That's what it
right.
was.
Ballerino.
Oh, right.
So that's
right.
another word for pancake.
Speaking
Oh,
of
okay.
ballerinettes or whatever.
Yeah.
There he is. Shouts to Derek. He says hanging loose from now on. Maybe
Yeah,
that'll
try it,
work.
buddy.
Yeah.
It's going to
So
work.
here it is, 2020. Let's bring some positive to it.
Break the loose out.
Everybody's gonna hang loose. That's
Ew.
it.
Some hang loose juice.
That's some,
Yeah.
some sort of juice. I think that's gonna do it. Young Ben is back. We have some food to eat. We will see you all
Next week or
Next
Friday
week.
night.
next week or Friday night. We'll see.
7 p.m.
See what
Ben,
the,
start thinking about a color for next week.
see what the
Oh well.
All right.
what do they see which way the wind blows, if you will.
Yeah. Don't piss into the wind.
Anyway, the wind blows.
While singing, it's all coming back to me now.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you.
We'll see y'all soon.
Pre-order magazine. See you next week.
Bye.